Charges on the beat. On the food to get your information. For the food to be part of action. Smooth, smooth, smooth television. Smooth, smooth, smooth. Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Liberia. Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Morovia. Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Africa. Just to the spoon, you will know. The children crying for starvation, just to the spoon. You want
Okay, so folks, welcome again. Thanks for joining us. We're here live across the Spoon Network, Spoon FM 107.5, Fabric Radio 101.1, and several other frequencies across the country. Thanks to Voice of Liberia for relaying the program, and many thanks to our partner radio stations across the country that will most times relay even without telling us. We appreciate you for being a part of this journey. Spoon Talk is where you get the news, the updates, the views, the analysis, and it's all geared towards making sure that you are in tune with what's happening across Liberia every single day. Whether you're on radio or on social media, we make sure we reach your doorstairs. And this is the platform where the Liberian stories are told unfiltered. So, welcome. My name is Nelson Collet, and we're live across our social media handles: Spoon TV, Fabric TV, and Super TV. We're also on Spoon Talk Live. We're gonna go across now and take your calls as we always do. 0555 is the number to call, and you'll be live on the show. 0555 is that number you can call, and you'll be live on the program tonight. Spoon Talk is back on your radio. So we'll go to the phone lines, take our first caller here. Hello, your name and where you're calling from. Let's hear you.
Yeah, hello. Good evening to Spring FM family and good evening to my peace loving people of the Republic of Liberia and good evening to you dear collecting studio in Liberia. The name remain constant function as come out once again. On next what actually on my mind is this the Yellow Messi aspect. Why should we celebrate Yellow Messi as a Liberians? It's not celebrated because it's our own taxpayer money. We allocated and we give it to our various officials to go and purchase the machine for us. If the smoker and her Alamex were going to lobby and bring those things on our own end, we're going to celebrate it. And look at the raw issue for our RA to our two first of the kind 10, 18, 22 up to present. No government ever create 4 lanes in our country. And when you build road first before you pull left. So it's not to say
Thank you.
We are or CDC led government were not able to pull left on our road or
Thank
our
you, Francis, for your input
process
tonight.
of making road is to finish with a road process before you can install let and
all right, thank you. Thank you for your input. 0555 Hello, your name and where you joining us from. Let's hear you.
Good evening, Nelson.
Yeah, good evening. Let's hear you. What's on your mind, sir?
Yeah, this is Henry Danuwali P from 540 Congo Town.
Danuwali, let's hear you.
Yeah, what on my mind, my brother? You see, this country is a very old country. No, sometimes when we do some things when other countries have passed through, no, we even older than them, then we start praising ourselves. Oh yeah, this we are doing. But are you looking at our age? And you looking at how far we have gone? The resources that we have here, but it will build this country.
All right.
It will build this country, but we have mismanaged our resources. So to even start over now to start doing something better, so we just have to cut down some latches. I mean, some money we're making in the country here.
Thank you for your input.
The country is so small for people to be making a lot of money like that.
Thanks a lot. Let's hold you there. Take this person. Hello, your name and where you joining us from? This person. Hello. Let's hear you. You're live.
Good evening. How are you? Nothing.
Yes, sir. It's good to have you.
My name is Daniel Fitty, and I call you from the Mosquito Lodge district. number 10.
Mosquito Lies District?
Yes, the Mosquito Lies District, district number 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Where our representative abandoned the entire district. This evening, I just want to speak on the issue of Mr. Gray. You know, we've been in the CDC, we've been member of the CDC. You know, it was because of Mr. Gray. Carlos Gray, you know, make us to leave the CDC because Carlos Gray don't want to like reconcile. He don't want to take responsibility on things, especially when somebody come out, you know, with issue about the party. He takes it so differently. As soon you anybody make a comment, he take it and start to get at the person, and that's why CDC is getting destroyed a daily basis.
Right.
Just yes.
Thank you.
No time, that's all.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. Hello, your name and where you joining us from? Let's hear you. Hello.
Good evening. Hello.
Yeah, good evening. It's good to have you on. Let's hear you.
Thank you. A good for me to be on your network. The good for Ghana is my member of United Party International. In somewhere in Calfagate tonight. Next when since that on my match they get away appearance of Samuel 2 yesterday on Freedom FM. I think so. I know no wonder why nobody related no radio station related their podcast yesterday. Yeah, in movie. But I want to say this. What ought to say? Say governor and talking plenty that I see. What to say yesterday? You know, those people that they get a single way of thinking. How they get a single way of thinking? Because they get short memory. It's the way they to all in the country. Then you can't say we get a dressing window. Are you killing me? The bigger question, why are you really in power? For they say, oh, Ghana. Well, with all the knowledge you claim you have, who will believe that I'll do good things? There's one, no matter any propaganda you do, will now go, will now work. Then you study government, you get everything abandoned without nothing, will not even get money to print t-shirt. And nothing. They will take it for in power with you check the country in a sense that nothing will interest nobody. Then you say, okay, so the foundation, why you say, so how about you tell a bit of money that you build the foundation, and now make foundation you can. So that only you see, you know, when it will be talking, but thank God that only their station they go to that Tabata, because the women they wanted to call, but what they do when they build a land, they can use their personal land for their foundation to call. They are not journalists, they join the list. So they can even use their personal land more than their regular land, what they do. So that otherwise yesterday, because we get some caution yesterday, because who are here, but they can't do that one. Okay. So thank you, Nelly. Thank you very much for the time.
Thank you very much for your input tonight. We appreciate you. Let's take the next person. Hello, your name and where you calling from?
Yeah, good evening.
Yeah, let's hear you.
My name, I've been here first.
Yeah, same to you, sir.
Yeah, my name is Ivan Keita, calling from Broville. I'll try to appreciate the government of Liberia for their construction of the road, the rehabilitation of the road towards Simple Bridge. But I'm looking at the road, the way in which they make they destroy the people's houses, the road making it look very small. Yeah, because you can destroy the houses. If you see the way they destroy houses and see the road they're facing, it tells that the road is very small and they go as far as destroying people building. And my second thing in the comment is I asking the government of Liberia to Ministry of Public EDC and Public Works, the Ministry of Monrovia City Hall and that of EDC, please help us with the building, the market building, no current inside. Soon as it says after 5, the whole building can get dark. So I'm begging them to please reach out to us with the market here.
All right, thank you. Thank you for your input. Hello, your name and where you calling from? 0555-101075. Let's hear you, sir. You're live on the show. What's your name?
Thank you very much. From? I'm Abraham D. I call from Ireland. I want to commend the police for following Jara to cook. But when every time the word unidentified is used, that is always in limbo. The word unidentified was used where over 600 women believed to be army personnel women. Some they speak armed forces there in the past. Up to now, they are not being identified. 3 AFL personnel beat a policeman in uniform in the open air. And up to now, the word unidentified AFL personnel is also being used. Today, in the police charge, the was being sodomized, which is a violation of Chapter 14.72, aggravated involuntary sodomy. We are hearing that 2 men unidentified men is being used. Then the police at this time they want to identify so that all identified people cannot be brought to book. Thank you for the time.
Thank you very much for your input tonight. Let's take the next person. Hello, your name and where you joining us from? Let's hear you.
Good evening. Next thing, there is Oscar that is even compass Battle Quarter, Niba County.
Oscar, it's been a while. It's good to have you on tonight. Happy New Year. How are you?
Yeah, we're sitting on the stand observing, but we have realized that the government of this country is not in readiness to convert this country in a better way.
No, Oscar, you know you've never been on the fence. Oscar, you've been a sedition. I know, Oscar.
No,
I've been listening to your views.
I'm not a sedition. I'm a realist.
So you're on a realist. Who have been leaning towards the interest of CDC. But anyway, go ahead. It's good to have you on.
Next thing, what on my mind this night have to do with the economy of this country. Next thing, we will not have a government that the economy of this country is in one country hand, and the gateway of this country is in the hand of the president.
Okay.
For Eastern, next thing, the Minister of Finance, the Minister from local county, the central bank governors from local county, the NRA, the funding of this country from local county. Then when you go to the people of Liberia, give way to the economy. It's controlled by the president's son-in-law. Next thing is very ungrateful, and it's not good for with this country. Because we are seeing all the years, as you can see, this one season. For even the government workers to get a salary was very tough. Because why? Mr. Boakai, the president of this country, was a broker who was not having nothing. He was living on according to him. And he used to be selling cool water. So when you go to this day, next thing, FOIA is looking at small America. Taking more than $10 million project, setting us saying he's not aware when the project was going on. So we want to call the president. The citizens of this country need to benefit from this country.
Okay.
The fund that generated in this country is not only for local people alone. We cannot have a government that 25% employees are from local countries.
But Oscar, when did you conduct your survey? You're sounding very sure of what you're saying. I mean, do you have some statistical data supporting those claims?
We have almost 20 ministers, 21 ministers, almost 6 or 7 ministers from local.
Okay.
And when CC was there, they said everything was for Eastern. But how can all the top officials of government in this country come from Lofa?
Okay, Oscar.
It's a comfort. It's not good. The president will change the attitude.
Oscar, please give us the names of 8 of those ministers from Lofa County. Ministers.
Okay.
8.
Okay. First of all, we need them. Finance minister from Lofa.
Okay.
Minister of Education from Lofa. Minister of Interior Affairs from Lofa.
That TV now.
Yeah, coming now. We need them. GSA director.
No, not minister there. No, the director is not a minister.
She was also Liberia from Lofa. The bank governor from Lofa. RRC from Lofa. So it's like a name.
Oscar, you may see ministers and directors, but that's good.
But those are the key positions that control the economy of the country.
All right.
So how do we look at one country and get position to people, the key position that control the economy of the country? It's unfair. It's ungrateful. Thank you.
Thanks a lot for your input tonight, Oscar. We appreciate you. 0555-101075. Hello, your name and where you calling from? Yeah, let's hear you. What's your name and where you joining us from? Too bad we lost that person. We're gonna move to the next caller here. Hello, what's your name?
Yeah.
And where you joining us from?
Hello, this is Luta M. Nando. I'm from Park 40.
Yeah, let's hear you. What's on your mind?
Yes, why on my mind is we struggle live on the island, Peace Island. You know, we live right across Lisbon, everything. For the police board to get allowed for to enter on the island, we are for a beginning to free, someone away. We will wake up from 4 o'clock. The police will be there. Just the distance. From just across the fence, just across the corner barrel, they get allow us. So we are appealing to the government. Me and Joe Boga out for that Joe Boga. I mean, I bet you live by the same, but they us. You know what I'm saying? The community employ all of us, but at least we are right motorbike. Allow us. We're not going on the mirror. You have a corner barrel across the road. I can't stop for the. We don't allow us. See? So it's a serious issue. That thing. Yeah, I'm going over 50 motorcyclists. We live on the and we support the government. But they get allowed on the mirror. They want to cross the road from 5 for the Georgia and just cross corner barrel. No, that allow us.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
So it's a serious problem for us.
Yeah, thanks for sharing your thoughts. I mean, that's a very great concern there. Let's see if we take another person. Hello, your name and where you calling from?
Yes, hello.
Yeah, hello.
Yes.
How are you?
Yeah, how are you?
I'm doing good, sir. It's good to have you.
Okay, I'm about Duplos. What is I'm calling from Johnsonville.
All right, let's hear you.
Yes. Why is my is right to play root town? There's a huge amount of huge piece of land is there. That is Umba on Nigeria. They said Umba Nigeria, and that place there was a football field. I want you to see on Nigeria have almost 3 acres of land for you to play football. They used to go to play, and I mean, circle that land with so many pushes in that pen, nothing to that also all current. So I want government to come in to see what that land is for Nigeria. We are citizens of the country, and he was our second part of this.
Wait, let me understand that concern. You said there's a land somewhere along the Pepper Roost town. Big land.
But the land is they say for one Nigerian man called
okay. So they say the land for one Nigerian man, but they may not doing anything on the land. So you want the government to do something about it?
Yeah, because we used to play football there. And there was a right, even that man break down a school building or church building and all, and circle around at that place. And nothing is doing there.
But Will, I understand you used to play football to the play. But if the land for the man and the man still deciding what to do on his land, why do you want government to pressure him? I mean, is it because he's a Nigerian or what?
What even that the people that did that land kind of pay for that deal? I want government to throw inside that thing and see. Because
so what's the issue? What's the issue? What's the issue with the land? So what's the issue with the whole land business? What's the issue with the whole land business?
My issue there is that land was down there, rioting between a family. That the family and another family. But then I heard that they said another family was fighting to the other family and they break down a whole campus of school building.
That must have been based on a court order that would give another person the right to do so. You know, nobody would just walk somewhere and break down properties without a warrant from the court or a court order following the climax of a legal process. So is your issue primarily based on the main nationality, this individual's nationality, or what?
My issue there is I want government to see of the family that said I can land to a foreigner. Then I can use the amount of land.
Thank you very much for your input, sir. I appreciate you. Great point.
I'm always
yeah, thank you very much for your input. You know, this is why this segment of the program is very important because people have different issues on their minds. You'll be shocked, you'll be amazed to know some of the issues that of serious concern to other people. But let's take this person. Hello, your name and where you call from. Let's hear you.
Yeah, my name is Adama Khan Joseph Waga, first son, CKA Joseph Waga, to be member of United Party Intellectual Bureau. Nothing, the only thing that on my mind this evening, nothing that to tell God thank you for this comment and also for my Nana, the era I made it fun. The day you go there, that comment will be there. I'm advocating. Nana the comment the lap will start to Kubono shop. Now where it stop from Kubono shop, go to my area, not too far. You get $100 on the fire to my place. While making spoon agriculture break because I pay up people for agriculture break. Okay, the second thing, next thing they call Samuel D. Kekula. They may thank God for his life. But when you see advocate
Too bad we lost you. I hope I can have you back on the line, but let's take another person. Hello, your name and where you call from. Let's hear you.
My dear brother, how are you?
I'm okay. It's good to have you on. What's on your mind, sir? What's your name firstly and where you joining us from?
Thank you. I'm Waka Peking. I join you from Queensway, Deporo tonight.
All right.
Let me say thank you for the opportunity. Well, this is the issue that I have in mind for the entire country. We got a chair powerful person in our country, which is the speaker. He must be the speaker of that building. The speaker have a strategic meeting with the staff of Capitol building. The speaker stand before the staff of the first thing. The House of Representatives did not have any benefit for this gone December and this new year. Like all of the entity care rest, back of rest, and all of stuff like that. Nothing was given to House of Representatives staff, but that's what.
So you're trying to say, because I'm aware that Senate staffers has some bags of rice, but their own concern was while they get the bag of rice, but no Vita, no oil on the bag of rice. Foreign ministry people have Vita and oil on the bag of rice, so they said they didn't want it. But I don't know how they ended that. So I'm shocked to know that the House of Representatives
they received the rest, but for the House of Representatives, we didn't even get Vita before we say rice. That's one.
So if you're going to get it,
told us that the rest that he gave them on holiday that passed, he credited the rest, so he did not pay the rest. That's the reason why he was not able to give rest staff for this December. And the speaker came back telling the staff there will be no increasement. There will be no increasement. I mean, it's so frustrating, nursing. You have your children at home. You know in the morning going to work. You're going to work. The children are supposed to have reserve to go to school, or they're supposed to eat. The children must come and tell you first. That's not a leadership for your children. You know the children are supposed to eat to make it available for them. But coming to your staff or telling them say that no increasement, be no to that. I mean, it's so frustrating to our staff. That is my point.
Thank you very much for your input tonight. 0555-101075 is the number to call. This is Spoon Talk. We're live across the Spoon Network, Spoon FM 107.5. We're live on Fabric Radio 101.1 and on several frequencies across the country. I want to welcome all of you joining us tonight at Nelson Collier. We are waiting the CEO and the rest of the panelists. Once they come on, I'm going to hand controls over to them. But in the meantime, we're going to keep taking your calls. Let's hear what your thoughts are. What is it you want to talk about? This segment of the program is dedicated to you, the viewers, the listeners, those of you who get to follow Spoon Talk every night to share your thoughts, your views, just anything that is of concern to you. You are in control of this segment of the program. And so we're going to go back to the phone lines and I'll take more of your calls. We ask you to keep sharing the program across the different social media handles on Facebook, on YouTube, in your WhatsApp and Messenger groups, and across your different social media handles. So we'll go back to the phone lines. Take this person. Hello, your name and where you joining us from. Let's hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm calling Mark Faulkner, calling from Chocolate City, Gardensville.
What's on your mind? Let's hear you, sir.
Yes. First of all, I want to thank the CEO and all those families, in the studio there for always keeping us informed with events, especially. But what's on my mind is the Liberians, we got the habit of throwing plastic around anytime they drink water, they chunk it in the street, in people's yard. It really has been a lot. Always got me disgusted. So I want the government to do something about it.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for thanking me.
Okay, and thank you for thanking me too.
One love.
All right, let's take this person. Hello, your name and where you joining us from? Yeah, you're live. Let's hear you.
Thank you. My name is Prince Dixon.
Prince Dixon, what's your name? Yeah, let's hear you.
Okay, my concern here, my brother, the new budget where the government say they pass, right? Something, let me tell you, something that would develop this country. Not alien or foreigner would develop our country. The Liberians themselves would be the one to develop their country. Liberians are working for chicken change in this country, my brother. So how can the country be developed when the Liberian who's supposed to build their own with their own money that they will work for? But if you're making $7,500 and somebody build house from that kind of money, and you have kids that you're supporting, you sending them to school, they have to eat, they have to wear clothes. And look at the renters in this country. So the budget that they pass, they must talk about increasement of salaries, not only in the public sector, but private sector. Government should work on that labor law. The money people making in this country is very small. Least salary in the will come on one day. Citizen movement against bad salary structure or salary disparity.
Okay, so let me ask you this. The current minimum wage in the country stands at 150 USD.
Okay.
You know, per month.
Yeah.
So I'm coming now. So if you're pushing this argument, calling for an increment, what do you think that should amount to? Given our national budget,
the least salary at least that means the poverty rate in the country will go down. It's $500 US. The least salary should be $500 US. Can you imagine one minister making 12,000-15,000? They said because he alone go to school, hard labor also pay. You should know that. In other countries, so advanced countries, hard labor pay. The people who even sit in office, you know, and somebody even not $500, about $350 should be legal, right? That is the soup for the janitor. Somebody will work somewhere for 2-3 years. You want to tell me they will not plan something to do something for themselves, for them and their children? You want to tell me that person will not be able to build their drill? They want something very small before more, and you feel it all because you have a credit. Can they survive on $5,000 US? Let one of the ministers make $5,000 US or $3,000 US. You see that? They have other benefits. They have a lot of incentive. The law salary should be cut down. Those are the things we'll be pushing for.
Wow.
Be pushing for the lawmaker salary should cut down to a certain amount. Minister salary should cut down to a certain amount, and the least salary should be at least $350.
At
least you're a skilled person.
At least $350 as a minimum wage in Liberia.
Yes.
You know,
thank you very much. That's my question.
Taking a look at the minimum wages across African countries, you know, Liberia is in a better position. But anyway, that's a good point.
I've been to Ghana. When they take your salary, when Ghanaians going to go take pay, their pocket they can't carry their pocket to put their money inside.
What is the current?
Can carry either black plastic bag or Ghana must go back.
What is the current minimum wage in Ghana, for example?
Current minimum wage in Ghana. For now, I don't know. But when I was in Ghana, right? When they tell you you're making $250 US, $300 US, right? And that money they're not paying it in the US dollar. They're paying it in their Ghana city. Every portion of Ghana city. That's what the Liberian government doing here. You understand? But the minimum wage that I know in Ghana is $300 US.
300 USD.
At the time I was there, yeah.
So as of 2024, the minimum wage in Ghana stood at 490 Ghana cedi, approximately 490 Ghana cedis, within that range. So if we were to convert that to USD, you know, then that I don't know if somebody could just do that conversion.
Are you saying monthly salary? Monthly?
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know.
One thing I want you to understand, right? One thing I want you to understand, Liberia here, Ghana city is valued. It's valued in Liberian dollar. They don't pay, how do you call it, in Liberian dollar here. Okay, even US dollar, right? When you convert that money that you're talking about in US dollar, it will be more money. It will be more money when you convert it to US dollar and then also bring it down to Liberian dollar. You understand that?
Right.
Even the team that they are running with today, respect drop, money, no money coming to buy the rest.
But you're pushing a very good point. Thank you very much for your input tonight. That's something to look into, since in fact the national budget is now increasing. There are different suggestions for the revisitation of our laws and all of that, you know, to have
the citizens themselves will be the one to develop their country. Nobody will come from Ghana or wherever to come develop Liberia. They only can look for money here and go build their home. Thank you.
All right, thank you. You're making a very great point here. I'm going to see how I can make that conversion from Ghana cedis to USD, and then maybe we can start a very good argument from there.
Of course,
thank you. Okay. I appreciate you. 0555101075. I saw that Richardson, I hope she will come back so we can start.
Good evening to you.
Yeah, hello. It's good to have you on. What's on your mind? Let's hear you.
Thank you very much. Oh, nothing. And I'm not in my particular move today. And I will be New York, and my name is Mohammed M. Kane as a citizen of this country. Nothing. Tonight, I want to be perspective on the NCD, the office of the NCD, that is person living with disability, the National Union of Person Living with Disability. You know, the new acting director there one apostle, I don't know, Aaron Rad, something like that.
I mean, you don't know the man name?
I think one apostle, I think it should be
but you won't raise issue with the man. You don't even know the man name, man.
What? No, bro. You know, the man he is the new acting and the director that there at the commission office there at the SCB. Let's be very honest.
What the man name? What the man name?
Let's be very honest. Nothing. Can you imagine Christmas, New Year coming? Okay, the office of the NCD. Normally, people receive a bag of rest and or cash, and more say 5,000, 3,000 from there. But can you nothing? Honest with you, Christmas coming, even a green of rest, nobody receiving from there. New Year, no green of rest, nobody receiving from there. So my better honor to the Christmas past
Mohammed.
Now, see the procedure of it now. You see it? I don't know what the Christmas party the NCD they were giving to the civil organization here. Can you imagine? Since they were there to the civil organization here, they employ $5,000. How much cover there? How much cover there?
So in conclusion, Mohammed, what's your point in conclusion?
No, I think my point is the way the other part is
that's how the show.
I think it should be fair the same way across the board.
Thank you very much. It should be fair the same way across the board. CEO, welcome to the show, sir.
Nelson Kula, welcome. Leave Mohammed alone. Mohammed is okay. Mohammed, our man. The man said he won't cup of rest. But let me say, Nelson, the man asking for rest, right?
Yeah.
Nelson, can you tell him, say, we're going to get one back of rest? Let put us in the rest, Nelson. The man want rest, they getting rest.
Wow.
Yeah, they getting
one back of rest. If you're listening, your fear is not showing.
Tell him to call back. Nelson, Chairman TT, getting one back of rest.
All right, so Mohammed, if you're listening, please call back. Mohammed call.
The man want rest. They get the man one back of rest. Is that it? Listen. We all here to rescue, right? And that originally we here to rescue. The man said the people ain't getting rest for Christmas, for New Year. We get the man one back of rest. What Papa? I pick it up, man, come to the station, you're getting one. Tell man to to find one back for him. Hey man.
Now Mohammed, you on the line here? Mohammed. Oh no, I'm Mohammed. That different person. Hello. Mohammed, you back?
All
right, so forget it.
That what you say. The Mohammed crying say they getting rest. The rescue people mean they getting rest. We're getting one bag of rest. On behalf of rescue, we're getting one bag of rest.
Oh. You give me the rest on behalf of rescue?
Yeah. For the Liberian people, on behalf of rescue. Listen. We begged the people to vote for Joseph Baga, right? And we brought in rescue. On behalf of rescue, Mohammed can't get one bag of rest. Yeah, man.
Yeah, CDC friend will take a serious issue.
Business. Yeah, man. On behalf of rescue, Nelson, we give Mohammed one bag of rest. On behalf of rescue, yeah. But what Mohammed call back? Mohammed call back.
Okay, I think that Mohammed calling here. Mohammed, hello.
No, that's not Mohammed.
Mohammed, only one Mohammed call me. Mohammed call one. Okay, I think that Mohammed here. Hello.
Yeah, this is Mohammed. If you didn't tell people, I'll call you.
Okay.
Yeah, CEO.
Yeah.
I think CEO getting clear.
Yeah.
Okay. My name is Mohammed. I'm a visual impaired person. Okay.
the fire that here is we support this government. To be very honest, okay? I'm a key supporter of the government. And nothing very good. But when the government do wrong, we'll come on the platform, we talk about it. When the government do the wrongful things, we'll also come on the platform to also defeat the government. So us, we're not buy you. But to be very honest, where they
Listen.
Okay, Mohammed, listen now. Mohammed, listen.
Mohammed, listen. Christmas, they ain't getting you rest. New Year, they ain't getting you rest. You're a strong supporter of JMB. Thank you for that.
100%.
JMB all the way, right? We can get fair with JMB. We put him there, we'll get fair with him. Nobody else will get fair with JMB but us. Because we have JMB children, right? On behalf of the whole rescue government, that Christmas they gave you rest, New Year they gave you rest, we gave you 2 bags of rest for Christmas and New Year. 2 bags. Send somebody to the station for the 2 bags of rest.
Let me say to you. Let me say thank you.
We gave you 2 bags of rest. You can pick it up?
Yes, 100%.
Okay, so call Nelson after the show, call him tomorrow, send somebody 2 bags of rest, 25 kg, 2 bags, and go to Mama. 1 for Christmas, 1 for New Year. Mama, thank you for supporting rescue. And you can talk to me later. Yeah. I bet, man. I bet. Mohammed also be eating. I bet. Mama's also be eating. So on behalf of the whole rescue, we give Mama 2 bags of rest. Hey. Yeah, man. That Richardson, don't say nothing. You see MC. You see MC, that Richardson? Don't say nothing. On behalf of the whole rescue. You know what we were asking? Yeah. When we were asking the people to vote for Joseph Yema Koklokpo, Keke, Bwaka, these are the reasons. And when they voted for Joseph Yema Koklokpo, Keke, Bwaka, we gotta help. We gotta help the people. So on behalf of all the rescue, the entire rescue team, old rescue, new rescue, disenchanted rescue, we will give Mama 2 bags of rest, 1 for Christmas and 1 for New Year. And thank God for that. We want to say that we say our own. That which is what you think. I mean, that's something good though. Open the line. Let's ask the people, Nelson. We got a few more minutes. Open the line.
All right.
Okay.
I'll be ready.
So 0555 101075 is the number to call. So
hello. Rest today. When said nobody else.
Oh. Open the line.
Oh, the main radio. Oh, please lower the radio. Hello. Okay. Masale.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. Theo, you have question for Masale? Because you said you want for us to ask the people.
No, I got no question. I'm just saying. Okay, so here's the question, right? With the few minutes we get left. Are you a rescuer, yes or no? Did you support Joseph Yema Bwaka? I just want to know. If you
your son who I can always call Masale, I say, let me say no, the last time I called said, I say, you must give me 1 bed too. I get a message to everybody.
My man, I can't remember.
What I know, let's call you, you're going to do a message.
Mohammed said, rescue getting rice. Is that why you're giving him rice?
Yeah, rescue didn't get him. I'm rescued, so I gave him rest. I'm rescued.
Oh, okay.
So if I can say rescue getting rest, I rescue again that we get him rest on behalf of the entire network.
Listen, I see you talking to you now. So
no,
yeah, but
the rest business feeling now. So, my man, you supported Joseph Yema Bwaka. We had the conversation. Thank you for supporting President Bwaka. We'll make the change the president came to make. Let's move on to the next caller. We take 5 minutes. I will get my same show with my TV.
Hello? Hello? You're live? Let's hear you.
Yeah. Hello?
Yeah, hello. Please go ahead.
Okay, I'm calling from Yucatan.
Yeah, let's hear you quickly.
Yes, I just want to remind the government of something. Here, there are things in our country. And when you pass by King Grade, the whole fence running down here, there is always all the way to Rehab. That place is completed. Just on the right hand side. And the left hand side there, the place is clean. But here, there is fence from the car to the fence. It's completed. Just I travel on our road to the even.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. We take note. We take note. We'll tell the mayor of that area to look into it. Thank you very much, my friend. We got 3 more calls to go. 3 more calls.
Okay. This person. Hello.
To look into it. Thank you very much, my friend. We got 3 more calls to go. 3 more calls.
Oh.
Okay. This person.
Okay. Hello. Yeah, go ahead. Let's hear you.
Yeah, my name is Fafa. I join you from today. You are.
Yeah, go ahead. Let's hear you. What's on your mind?
Yeah, what on my mind have to do with the salary of teachers. One person has supported the government.
Yeah.
Yeah. So late October they told us to open USD account. We suppose we were paying all students in LD. So open a USD account and since then to receive our October salary, they are not being done. Only November and salary work.
Okay.
So I'm asking the government
to he received October, but he received November and December. Nelson, how it work?
It should be done in.
Can you ask it? Don't say it. Should I ask it?
Hello. You hear? Can you hear me? Hello.
Yeah, okay, begin a back. Begin a man. Hang up on the man.
No. The guy left the line. He left
hello.
The line. Hello.
Yeah. Hello.
Oh, okay. It's good to have you. Let's hear you. Hello.
No, I say on the line.
You the same person who was on. Okay, so did you receive?
Which month did he receive?
Which month you received?
Yeah.
I only received November and December. I didn't receive October pay.
Oh.
Okay.
So
I received November and December. I didn't receive October.
So but is that
no, they tried to open USD account and since then it's not how it is done, but I don't know. And we keep asking for the October pay. We can't receive it.
Maybe October pay in the water. All right, man. We're looking to it. Who you want us to call? Finance, CSA, or the education minister? Who? Ask me, man. Who should we talk to?
Who do you think? Who do you think should be contacted in this case? Who's responsible for your whole salary thing you're talking about? You on the line? Okay, it's like the man.
Thank you, Nelson. Let's go ahead. Let's make this adjustment. We got to discuss the people's issue. Thanks to all of you, Nelson Colette. Thank you very much. Dr. Francis Chinwe Richardson. Nelson, were you on the show yesterday? Did you produce yesterday, Nelson?
Yeah. Yes, I was on yesterday.
What did I say about the game concerning Dr. Richardson husband? What was my prayer to God last minute?
Your prayer was for a defeat. You know, for.
And I wanted for Dr. Richardson husband. Call the name, Abraham Richardson. I wanted his team. I want to beat his team, right?
Yeah.
Don't stress our husband. He already stressed out.
And I prayed to God. I said, Nelson, I get 5 more hours to the game. If I pray, they will beat that team. Didn't I say that, Nelson?
Yeah, you said that, and I even said that the time was short when the prayer will go up. You said, "No, God right here with me, listening to me." You know?
Can you ask Dr. Richardson? Can you ask Dr. Richardson the score? What was the result of the game? Dr. Richardson, can you tell us?
My man said no comment. You're not going to stress out my husband, please.
The Bible said the prayer of the righteous availeth much. Nancy.
That.
The prayer of the righteous availeth much.
Yeah.
It will never return empty, your request. You don't have to go to church. You don't have to call the pastor. You yourself have to sit down with a sincere heart and call God and say, God, please answer my prayer. That's it. They beat them the market door.
Look at that.
That's it. They beat the Steelers the market door. I mean, the quarterback was just standing and failing that day. He couldn't make it. They beat him. I guarantee you.
I heard the coach resigned.
Huh?
The coach resigned. Steelers coach resigned. What you
yeah. There you go.
But then the prayer was inside with dust.
It was powerful. The prayer was so powerful. Nelson, in this my closet before I went downstairs, I said, God, you that called me to speak to the Labyrinth people.
That's because ego
and prayer by fire. And I want you to blind the eyes of the quarterback. And I pray sincerely from the bottom of my heart. That's how I watch the game.
That's it. Will come back.
I have my hand there. I said, God can answer prayer by fire. God can answer prayer by fire. Since I've been calling Dr. Richardson husband, I refuse to answer my call.
Wow. Wow.
If anybody want the prayer answer, check on me 609 649 4226.
More political party will call you for 2029.
But how you think Joseph Yuma prayer got answer?
Look at that.
How you think Joseph Yuma became president? We're fasting and praying for him. Because what action is there? You have to put action.
That
right?
I do.
The Bible says, he that cometh must believe. You must believe. We pray. We fasted, we pray, and Joseph Boaga won the election. So if anybody made me bet, all I need to do is just fast and pray.
So that the number you put up here for the prayer.
Anybody will pray. Nobody see? Nelson, this is a testimony, Nelson. If anybody wants the prayer answer, 609-649-4206. I don't need anything. You don't have to make any sacrifice. You don't have to do anything. So now you call me, I'll just put your hand to that plate and pray. I will let you pray. I don't need to pray. I will let you talk to the God I created you. Only the God I created you can answer you. Man can answer you. All other God, they are the works of man. You are the only God. Blessed be your name. Jehovah, you are the most high God. I gotta sing because the Lord answered my prayer and we beat the Steelers yesterday. Jehovah, you are the most high God. But you know, at the end of the day, you say, Jehovah, Jehovah, because you know what? God answered prayer. That's why I was so happy yesterday to beat the Steelers. And I can guarantee you, I will call Abraham with no answer. He's
kidding. You know, I say that for at least a couple of weeks. And you're not going to stress my husband out.
Yeah. They beat them, man. They beat them bad. That was a good game.
Beat Steelers now. You want to all the other teams that should get whipped.
No, but they beat Steelers. That's what you're saying. I'm saying to you, well, you see people calling me right now. Hello, your name?
Your name
and where you joining us from?
Hey, my man, I called him to stand on the prayer for me, man.
I bet you.
So you called for me to pray for you. All you need to do, just pray right now. Just mute the phone and pray to God right now. He will answer you. Only God can hear you.
I need you to pray for me, my man. Your prayer is very strong.
You feel like them beating this.
All right. I take your phone number. I will call you and pray for you off air. Thank you very much for realizing that God is good. God will answer your prayer. Somebody else calling again. Let's see. Your name and where you joining us from?
Hi, my name is Victoria. I'm calling from Minnesota.
Hey, Seth Becky, what's up?
I'm good. How are you, Stefan?
I'm good. What's going on, Becky?
No, I just want to say, just stick to the talk show for never sleeping.
Well, God can answer my prayer.
Just stick to the talk show for never sleeping.
God can answer my prayer, Becky. God can answer my prayer. God answer my prayer with beat the Steelers. That's a good thing.
Well, thank you for that, but just stick to the talk show.
All right, I will stick to it. Thank you. Let me see who is here. Your name and where you joining us from?
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I want you to pray for me, man.
The Lord has answered your prayer. According to your faith, so shall it be. In Jesus' name.
Amen.
Amen.
And also,
I'm sorry. I took another call. Your name and where you joining us from?
It's Cyrus McGee.
Cyrus McGee, what's up, my friend?
Hi, cousin Cyrus.
America.
Yes, sir. What's good?
Not much. I want to join the previous call to say stick to putting the less of
Cyrus, you got problem.
That's my cousin. Yes, that's my cousin.
The lay pastor you leader. Every time you say you at least got it. And please leave my uncle AB alone.
No, but if you know better, you will not play with me next time. I will take to go. Ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna have a wonderful show today. We want to say to all of you, great. This morning, I don't people call you. Will I do the show again? All right, let's take a few calls. Your name and where you joining us from?
My name is Momo Johnson. I'm calling from Pennsylvania. I called Spectrum so that I can get a job.
Momo.
Yeah.
The Lord have answered your prayer. Believe it, and it shall come to pass, Mr. Johnson. But listen now, don't be praying for a job and be saying now home. You gotta pray for a job and go look for it. God will only answer that prayer if you go look. But if you say that way, it will not happen. It's dead. Thank you very much, my friend. Good talking to you, Mama.
Thank you, Prophet.
I want to say to all of you, it's been a great time, man. It's good having you. It's good for us to be in your home. The Lord is good all the time. All the time, God is good. We're going to have a wonderful show today. The Liberia National Police have charged, how you call him, the stand chairman, Moba Malu. Yeah, correct? Now saying that true?
Yeah.
And other people, I'm going to put it up. That Richardson is sitting in the court. Yeah, this is the information right here. This is the information, defendant particulars, there you go, police charge sheet. We'll talk about this today, mobile model. Who are on this thing? Who are the charge? Sebe Mawawuri, Mobile Malu, and the name is Sebi Malaweli, and who else? I'm seeing, how many names you're saying here?
That's
all right. Criminal solicitation, criminal conspiracy, right, failure to disperse, disorderly conduct, and obstruction of highway and others public passages. Reverend accomplice, Reverend Festus, R.B. Logan, and others to be identified. The charge name, we'll talk about this. We get another thing to talk about. There's a celebration from the Liberia Anti-Corruption Commission. They are saying that they won a case against the religious guys. You know, Wilton Smith and the rest of them. We'll put the name up. We'll talk about it. They went to court today. The ruling is in favor of the state. The ruling is in favor of the state. They are now they found them guilty. So Wilton Smith sued the Spoon Network, if you guys remember, and he said he won his case, but LCC were on top of this case, and there you have it. They found him guilty. I don't know what would be and what would be. We'll discuss it later. Have you seen the, how do you call it, the Namoti report? The report that came in through, and they said 3 out of 378. Something called, but I got a problem with that report. That Richard saying, I know you're going to, it's in the chat room, but I have some fundamental problem with that report. And listen, the report is, listen, we're going to discuss it today. I have some serious issue with that report. They said President Bwaga completed 3 out of 378 promises. And you know who did that? Who contributed to the report? One of our own on the show contributed to the report. I'm not going to call their name. I'm going to leave it and we'll call their own name, right? Do you also know that the Asala Mittal deal, now they're going to go through Bwaga Puche's Mittal deal. This is a good one because we need the 200 million others. The 200 million others, we need that. And we'll talk about that likewise. Well, so what's going on about the port bill? I got some breaking news on this port bill, the Lomé Class, just whether the president going to sign it or not. I got a breaking news. And you guys remember also, the president paid a visit to a local business area today. There's something about that visit I want us to discuss. I hope we have the time to discuss it. I want to say to all of you again, Peter Bono Jala, people saying he was released on medical condition. Some people say he's still in jail. We have the information for you. We'll let you know. But the exoneration of Brian McGill, Tewon Gongdo, who is lawyer for the 14-year-old girl family, he responded. Tewon Gongdo responded, Councilor Gongdo, and we'd like to dip into his response. And he asked him exactly what we asked for, Dr. Richardson, all of the findings, all of the stuff that came up with that, that Gregory reviewed to make his conclusion to exonerate Brian McGill. And we'll be placing call to Brian McGill, lawyer, Councilor Lafayette Gould, the chairman for ANC. Now, Councilor Gould is the chairman for ANC. We'll be calling him. We want to hear from him. He's the chairman for ANC, Chairman Gould. That is calling Chairman Gould, right? And again, that's hey, I don't know. For me, I think the Liberia National Police can be more transparent, right? Dr. Richardson, how you doing today? How's CMC? I heard that Musa will be in the country on Friday. The reason why I'm on the Musa case, folks, you will know one day. Musa will be here on Friday. When I announced it yesterday, people say, oh, Stanton, how do you know? I know because this Expo Network. We know a little bit of everything, all right? And I can say to all of you, Musa will be here on Friday. On Friday, Musa will be here. He has set his schedule. He will be paying a visit, going for a program and speaking to and having a one-on-one with the governor. And that's a great thing. That's a big thing. So I want to say to all of you again, just stay put. We'll bring you the information. Dr. Richardson, it's good to see you, my dear sister and friend. As always, thank you for joining Spoon. How are you doing? How's CMC?
I'm doing well. CMC is doing great. As you said, I'm hearing it from you that Musa is going to be here over the weekend, and I'm waiting for the team back home, the communication team back home, to make the official announcement. But as you asked yesterday, and you are saying it's a great thing for someone who started a political party to meet with a governor in the state of Maryland and exchange ideas, talk about how we can make Liberia a great country. We can, talk about ways to improve our country and talk about ways that they can exchange ideas on governing. So I think it's a good thing. I really think, but I really can't, confirm or deny if he's going to be here or not. I am the global chair, but that's the role of the communication team in Liberia. We work by structure and orders. So
let me see if I'm getting you right? Mm-hmm. You say you're the global chair, mm-hmm. But you're waiting for the people in Liberia. The people in Liberia, they didn't set this meeting up though.
Well,
this meeting.
To announce. I use the word announce. So if they don't know about the meeting, but at least they will be able to announce it. Whoever set up the meeting, it is the responsibility of another department to announce it to the world, where he's going, how he's going. That is if it is a public meeting.
Okay, I got you.
He does have a secretary or something like that. Someone who's
your secretary, because he's dead. He's not a.
The CMC has a secretary. Musa has his own personal person to regulate his schedule and stuff like that as well. Yeah, I'm sorry that I think Musa, the political leader of CMC.
Yeah, but Musa, what are you trying to point out to the man? Musa has some ability. No, I'm just saying this because I think it's a good move that Richard said. I think you guys should celebrate this. Any political party can do the same. The Liberian people just want to know who Musa coming to meet. I mean, imagine Musa just traveling just for that meeting. I'm hearing that after the meeting, he will be heading back home. And, I mean, then that's a great meeting. To just come and just be part of a meeting, right? And then go back home. We're still waiting for details of the meeting. I mean, why me, Musa.
Who arranged the meeting? Because you said it. You said something interesting. You said that the meeting was arranged by people who are not in Liberia, so you know who arranged the meeting.
Yeah, the meeting. I'm hearing that the meeting was arranged by folks on this side, but not CMC folks.
Oh, okay.
And it's not you or your other leaders that
Oh,
but again, I do. Will you be part of that? Will you be part of the delegation though?
I told you that if I am, you will see pictures of it.
No, I'm just asking. If you care to tell us, will you be part of the delegation?
I don't care to tell you at this moment.
You don't care, or you don't want to tell me?
What you asked me if I care to tell you?
I don't know. You don't want to tell me? Is that a secret thing?
No, it's not a secret. You seem to know everything. It's not a secret, but it's just that my schedule is also busy. You know, so it depends. It depends on if I'll be part of the meeting. I started working as well.
But I believe that Richardson will be part of the meeting. I'm seeing the list of those that will be in that meeting. That Richardson will be in that meeting. Musa will be in that meeting. And other folks, I don't want to call the name because of their affiliations, you know. But again, this is to confirm that blank has respectfully request that His Honorable Musa Ishbidite, Republic of Liberia, and, you know, wow, that's great. I'm reading exactly the invitation. Okay. If his schedule permit, we will like him to join Governor in bringing greetings on this occasion. Yeah. I lost no talk. Nothing. I got hold of the people invitation. I got hold of the invitation inviting Musa here to America. I know the governor now. I can guarantee you that Richardson, if you push me, I'll call the governor name.
No, it's okay. I'm not pushing you. Take a game back arrest and praying today.
No. Listen, you saw me going through my phone, right? Let me ask my people. Call the Patrick. I can call the governor. No, that Richardson, you're making me better. I can call the governor. I don't know who sent this thing to me, right? But I think it's so good that you sent it to me. Solomon, I can call the governor. Musa is coming. He's leaving Liberia on Thursday. He will be arriving on Friday. He's coming to meet this governor. I didn't know it was this governor he came to meet. Ladies and gentlemen, I got the whole information. I will tell you who Musa came to meet. Wow. Ali Kamara, I can't believe it. Joman Jala, I believe you want to know Joman Jala. I can promise you, I can tell you right now. Solomon, I believe you want to know. But yesterday, I'm surprised. I'm reading this thing. That Richardson, I am so surprised. Wow. But that's a good meeting, though. So the people that put this thing together, wow. But why Musa, though? Why not Cummings? Why not Jovia? Why not the president getting involved, or this person going to Liberia or something? You know, why not the other political leader? Why Musa? That's what people want to know. Why Musa?
So, you know, the place where the world is, Stanton, people are fighting for the people of Liberia or their own. And we have a history where we have not done that in our country very well. And so they see that Musa is using another approach. You know, we have some.
You think that's the reason, though?
I think that is the reason. I mean, it happens to be on like January is considered like Martin Luther King's month, and Martin Luther King spoke about human rights, about humanity, and
I'm not talking that Francine talking.
No,
you
I'm
know,
just saying.
Talking, Dr. Richardson, Francine talking, I'm not talking. Y'all listen to her. She will let it cat out of the bed. Y'all listen to her.
I'm talking about Martin Luther King. January, if you live in the United States, you know definitely people celebrate Martin Luther King's birthday. And so what we do here is we celebrate human rights, respecting others. You know, we talk about good governance because that's what he preached. And so this is what people are observing, that in Liberia, Muslims stand tall in terms of development. I was going to tell you that I was speaking to CNC members who are in Liberia. They said they went somewhere and they were calling them the development people, you know, and they proudly accepted that. because for so long we've left Liberia for the haves and we left the have-nots unchecked, undone. We didn't show as much care for them. So we said, why Musa? Mr. Billiter stood up. He's developing places, he's applying the roads, he's building schools, he's donating to healthcare, and he's doing this out of the institutional pocket. That's what he's doing this on. So that's what I have to say. That's why Musa, that's him. But it sounds like you're talking.
No. I'm talking to you. I would say this to you. I do believe what you are saying. It's about maybe somebody see something that Musa doing and decide to invite him over. So, ladies and gentlemen, no question. I will say this to all of you. I think the meeting will be a great one, especially the governor name that I'm seeing here that Musa is coming to meet. That governor is a great governor, by the way. That governor doing a lot of good stuff for their state, and I do believe that Musa should be honored and humble, to accept the invite, and good thing that he did. So, but to all of you out there, I do believe it's going to be a very interesting time. I want to see Musa coming. Sorry, I would not attend the meeting, but I believe that I will be meeting Musa. I will be meeting him. I will be meeting some of his team members. And that's the way it is. Yes, Dr. Richardson will be on the meeting. She will be attending. I'm seeing Dr. Richardson's name. So I can say to you that Dr. Richardson will be there. And there's another lady from Minnesota would be at that meeting also. I don't know her name, but I'm saying that I know her name, but I've never met her before, Nelson. I'm saying that she will be there likewise. So I think, I don't know the lady's name. I won't put her picture up. But I don't know her name. But I think Musa done exceptionally well. Richardson, congratulations to you guys. You're taking it step by step. But now it's steady. You can go all around, but we got to be loyal about it. And I heard that Musa is securing or playing a jet. And this one, I want you to seriously, it's not a joke. Musa is in negotiation to own a jet. To say to all of you, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. This is a breaking news. People say, what are you talking about Musa? Something about Musa that I talk about because I know Musa. And here myself, we don't get along so often. But Musa will be the first Liberian, because they say the one Jawea get out for Jawea. He borrowed it or his loan. So I believe Musa will be the first Liberian man, the first Liberian businessman to own a private jet. And he's around 85% securing a private jet. What I said to you, though, to be frank, Musa Belete owning a private jet in Liberia. I want to hear from you, my fellow Liberians. I know a lot, right? But can you just imagine CMC political leader owning a private jet in Liberia? What say you? Let's start with the conversation. We'll be bringing G. Alex M. Williams on later to talk about the court ruling on Legis, because we're part of the case, and we want to listen. LSCC won the case on Legis. But I just want to say to you, don't forget we'll be talking about harmonization too, because you're only saying that they're going to review the harmonization. We got to talk about it likewise to see. And my people want people. Today I am teaching Bible study, so I will be all of here exact the time that we need to be all of here. Today is Tuesday. The Lord been good to me, and we have to go celebrate the name of God. But let me say to you, Paul Kennedy, welcome to the show. I'm not arguing whether Musa cannot own a private jet. That's not my argument. That's not a conversation. Anybody that have the money can own a private jet. But Musa being the first businessman owning a private jet, running to be president. Talk to me, Paul Kennedy, from a political standpoint. How would this benefit him, or how can this destroy his chances? Paul.
Well, thank you. Good evening to our great esteemed Dr. Richardson and my boy Nelson. How are you? Thank you for all your service to us and to country. I'm speaking to him with Chairman. Sandra and our chairman, he been backing Fubi in the chat room. They feel they to be beating on me, but I'm not talking. But look, let's come back to the issue though. But I like what you said, Stanton, that any Liberian or any individual who has the money and the ability to acquire a private jet, should acquire it and fly with it. I mean, traveling as many times as people like Honorable Ability travel around. I mean, it wouldn't make sense for him to get a private jet if he can afford it. He's been in business for quite a long time. As an individual, he has all of the privilege and whatever necessary to acquire a private jet. However, the fact that, and if he opts to be a presidential candidate in the 2029 election, some critics and optics could look at him from another perspective. You're in a very poor country. The country is so poor. Everyone around you is not doing well. And you want to be president of this kind of country, but you're flying a private jet when the schools and communities around the country are not doing well. Is that his responsibility to change everybody's life in Liberia? No. Realistically, can he change everybody's life in Liberia from his current perspective as a person? No. So from the political perspective, politicians will always talk about stuff, and that's why I threw that optics in there. But outside of that, I think Musa should buy 2 private jets if he can afford it. I mean, if I have money, I will buy a private jet and be flying around here, because I fly so many times and flying is very expensive, So I think as an individual and a political leader, if he wants to buy a jet to fly around, he can go ahead and do that, Stanton.
Guys, so let's just agree. Welcome Chief Fubi Herons to the show. Ladies and gentlemen, share the show. Let's make progress. I will bring in Dr. Richardson live because it's very important. Apart from all the joke, yes, indeed, Musa is coming to the state. Yes, indeed, Musa coming to meet the governor. Yes, indeed, he's coming with his delegation. He will be leaving Liberia on Thursday. He will arrive here on Friday. He will have his meeting. And again, we are scheduled to meet Musa on the weekend. I and others will be meeting Musa on the weekends here in New Jersey. A day after, Musa should be departing America over the weekend, going back to Liberia. I believe that's the schedule so far that was sent to me. How I got the schedule, don't ask me. But let's put it aside, though, Fubi. I also received information on Musa, and a couple of the other lawmakers will get to them. Now, Musa is 85% in acquiring a private jet. I know you cannot question it, right? It's okay, any Liberian can. But politically, the reflection, let me hear you, Fubi. What do you think politically? Will he make a gain, or will this be a distraction for him?
Yeah, so good evening, everybody. I look forward to a good show. Father Lord, don't worry. We'll break our bread. So, no, but on a serious note, for me, I wouldn't care if he acquires a private jet. I always tell people that, the poverty mindset in Liberia, we have to graduate from that. If you can afford it, get it. And, you don't owe anybody that. Politically, people might decide to spin it any kind of way they want to. But as long as you genuinely earn your money and you decide how to spend it, it's nobody's business. Because at every point, I always tell people, everything you do, people will complain. And if you want to put your mind on people complaining, then just wake up in the morning and stand in the middle of the street and wait for people's instruction and see how confused you'll be. Because everybody will give you their own perspective of how your life should run. At the end of the day, you will end up doing nothing. And they're the simple, we will try to badmouth you. So if he can afford it, he should get it. Nothing wrong for me. Nothing. I don't see anything wrong with that. And that's the personal stuff. You already live in large. You already, the chairman love beach show too. So for me, I don't care about that. He should acquire it if he wants. And the optics also politically, it also tells people that, look, if this man becomes president, he already has his own private jet as a person. So you're not going to take your country money to buy a private jet or to rent private jet to fly around. But at that point, because at the presidency, you can also use the resources of the country to privatize presidential private jet. But I said that same thing during We Are time when people are complaining about we are driving private jet, which are now a personal. I said, look, the government needs a private jet. You saw Turbo Town. My grandfather tell what the jet key to the Turbo at the airport.
Yeah, Fubi, let me interrupt you as we welcome Dr. Bobla, who refused to tell us that his birthday was over the weekend. Refused to invite us over. We have at least send well wishes to him, but it's okay. Fubi, let's get back. I'm so angry with Dr. Bobla. I won't get back and focus on you.
Move from here, man. Move from here, man. Move from here.
Yeah, Bobla having a birthday this time around. He refused to invite us. But
you were one of the first to get an invitation. You respond. Yeah, like you're so busy because he told the group
screenshot put it in the chat room. Screenshot put it in the chat room. Let's see. For me, but I like what you say, right? Musa getting it now. People will not say, "Oh, you take country money to buy it." That's a unique one. But you think people love optics in Liberia? You think this will help Musa prepare him, push him, make it again, and then more vote?
In terms of votes, I don't think getting private jet will gain vote or take vote from him, because the political landscape, people are tied to their own political parties, like the Unity Party partisans. They will spin it any kind of way they want to spin it. The citizens will spin it any kind of way they want to spin it. Other parties other people that don't support him will spin it the other way they want to spin it. But the general notion in Liberia, your support base will always defend you regardless of what you do. So you can do the worst thing. Once you have a support base, they will always tell. Like I always say, everybody support their own criminal in the country in different ways. So at some point they will all support you at different levels. So I don't see that giving him votes or taking away vote from him. He has his own base. He can decide to do other things to build that base, but I don't think private jet will take away from him.
Thank you very much. Now bringing Dr. Bobla. Dr. Bobla, welcome. Happy belated birthday. Before we go to the global chair for CMC, Dr. Bobla, it's good to see you.
Dr. Bobla, happy birthday. Happy belated birthday.
Thank you, Doc. Thank you. Some other people got the invitation. They didn't even acknowledge. Then they're going to kind of talk Tabata. That move, man. But thank you. Thank you to see you. It's good to be back. A little hectic. With a lot of family engagement, a lot of people in town. So it's been crazy, but I've been following the show, trying to keep it up. So Doc Richardson, always a pleasure to see you. To all my buddies on here tonight and those who watch and listen, thank you. So if Chima Musa Ability can afford a private jet, by all means, buy it. That's his preference. Of course, that's a right to do so. Will it help or hurt him in his quest to be maybe president of the country? I don't know that it hurts, but I don't see how it helps. A private jet can't get you across Liberia. A helicopter will.
A private jet can't?
A private jet can't get you around Liberia.
We have President Baga use a private jet to go for you. President Baga used a private jet to go for you. Do the election with this private jet to go.
The president that wanted two spots.
I want to understand. Help me. Are you saying you can't get across because that's the law? Or you can't get
No. I'm talking about facility. Standing further, it depends on the size of your jet. We don't have airstrip like we used to. I know in Buchanan.
No, but you can also a private jet can get you across, so it can get you across.
Meaning it couldn't get you to the 15 counties like that
right.
if you wanted
Not
to.
all over 5. I get that. Yeah.
Okay. A helicopter can drop you anywhere. The private jet won't.
So you suggest that buy a helicopter. Helicopter is around $2.3 million. So not a private jet.
Okay. So from the standpoint of connecting with the people, being present with poor people, and multiplying your message, I don't know that private jet helps anything. Also, the private jet does not necessarily enhance profile. Okay, majority of the people who vote in Liberia are still Mayonawe and Mapu, not the people who are blessed like you and I have the exposure. You get your private jet, all right, but I know that will help. What will help is to work on the ground with the people, amongst the people, okay? And so, you know, Mobility is free to get. It's just anything you earn and you want to use to your benefit, do it. And Phoebe was right. You do something, people will talk. You don't do nothing, people will talk. So you can't worry too much about that. But just do what you believe is right for the people and the country, and then the people respond.
Thank you. Thank you very much, guys. Let me end this thing with Dr. Richardson. It's good to see you, Kafiko. Dr. Richardson, let's hear you. Your political leader, coming through the wire, he's going to, get a private jet, and it was confirmed. When I heard the information, I spoke to sources within. And where he gets in a private jet from, I'm not going to say. I try to be disciplined. How much he's paying, I'm not going to say. You guys can run with it. I try my best, Dr. Pople, to really be disciplined with people's own personal information. Except you push me. But it is confirmed when I said Musa will come to America, so you CMC members say I still don't get to know. When they were setting these things up, the information reached me. Now I'm talking about private jet again, they will go blame Musa. Musa has still don't talk about private jet. Yes, it is true. Musa is in a serious negotiation, 85% completed to obtain a private jet. Dr. Richardson, your CMC global chair, what say you?
Yeah, if it is true that Musa is negotiating to get a private jet, I want to say that one of the things that I know about him is his guiding principle is to work in the interest of Liberians. So if he's getting a private jet, it would be to make sure that he can travel to negotiate very well for the Liberian people. And I hear you. So if he can purchase a private jet, I suspect that the next thing he'll be getting, like someone said, a helicopter to be able to move easily with ease, move with ease to the different counties. So I want to just state that, like even getting a private jet to travel, like as you're announcing here today, to the United States or just regionally would be great. Fubi said that he does not have to utilize the country's money. I think people who are thinking that way or thinking critically would say that. I mean, if an individual, a business person can get his own private jet, then what about the country of Liberia? Why don't we have an airline? Why can't we utilize the country's money to purchase a airline or some kind of plane for our president to be able to move around the country, or around the world? So I'm happy that if this is the case, that it materializes, that he can purchase a private jet. I think he should go one step further, purchasing a helicopter. He should be able to go to different countries to negotiate. Like I'm hearing you say that he's coming to the United States over the weekend. He's going to be talking about civil rights, because I know that in January in my head and on my calendar is usually reserved to discuss issues relating to Martin Luther King, which is a great leader of the United States. So you'll be talking about equality. You'll be talking about inclusiveness. You'll be talking about, economic justice. We have a tendency of the haves and have-not in our country, and this has been forever. You'll be talking about ways to reduce end corruption in our country, holding people accountable. He's going to be opposing poverty in the country. So those things are what Martin Luther King fought for, and I will not be surprised if the conversation surrounds that. And you need to be able to get around with ease to be able to have these different conversations with your leaders around the region and the world. Lastly, I just wanted to add, I'm very concerned about President Buckeye spending $6-point-something million building a conference center in Foya to discuss issues about the region. Okay, I'm concerned about that. I would have wished that he would have used that money to help with infrastructure, school, and healthcare. And that's in a way contrasting his thought process to Musa thought process. Musa is using his own money to be able to speak in the interest of Liberian people, while Joseph Boakai is using the country's, well, we're not even sure where the money came from. One day we hear it's from the Mano River Union group. Another day we hear that it was from Liberia. Other days we hear different stories. So I just wanted to add that that's the difference in the mindset and the thought process there.
Okay. That's really sure you want to go there, but anyway,
I want to go there. Yes, why not? I think
okay.
I said.
Kev, welcome to the show. We want to say to all of you, we get in gear now, moving forward. I see Alex in the back today. There was a landmark ruling, a very interesting one concerning leges. Trust me, you want to hear this. We'll talk about those guys that were arrested and those guys that were taken to court. You understand that Wilmer Smith, Wilmer Smith, again, under the CDC government, he was used to, go after Spoon Network, and they shut down Fubi Room, right? They shut down Spoon Network, and he was used by some seditions. People don't want me to call Samuel Tway name or other people's name, but I still do believe, though I still talk to Samuel Tway, that Samuel Tway used Wilmer Smith to go after Spoon Network on a bogus lawsuit. But today, they have come to an end. The people found them guilty, and Wilmer Smith is on the run. He's here in America, somewhere around Minnesota and Texas. Again, they will find them, and those that are there, they are paying the money back, and some of them, the final decision of sentencing will come in 4 days. We'll be bringing in Alex Williams, who will in the court today, and he will talk about it. But Kev, welcome to the show. It's good to see you, Kev.
Well, thank you, Stanton, and say hi to everybody on the show. Yeah, you're speaking on Musa private.
You say hi to Dr. Richardson, you say?
Yes. I always say hi to Sister Dr. Richardson. You spoke on Musa private jets, right? I think it's one of the best and wonderful thing we hear from the side of the opposition. This is not opposition. Musa is not an opposition member, and this opposition that we in is not an opposition of waiting for government money to do stuff. And I think what Musa is doing is commendable.
I think if this is your way to talk, I always tell you, trust us. We are losing you. Are like in and out with your volume.
But Paul just signaled to me that hear me clearly.
Are you using the microphone? That's the thing. Why can't you use a computer system? Oh, just come closer. I'm not trying to just come closer.
Listen, I went to Paul's house. I saw it with a beautiful mic and all that stuff, so I decided to be like Paul.
Okay.
Yeah, little Paul got a nice mic, nice set.
Yeah, look how we look at you. Tell me, man.
Yeah, but this is what we call opposition who doing things. You get opposition who building their own headquarters before getting back to power. You get opposition who having their own and transportation, be air or land, like what Musa are doing. It's not like opposition like it's not like this government who waited when they come to government starts using government money to build headquarters. So it's different. So I commend Musa for that.
Yeah, thank you very much, Kev. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Richardson, people are saying yes, indeed, Musa obtaining a private jet while not in office yet is beautiful. Once he gets in office, this is the big difference from most political leaders in the country. And John Manawia played soccer all his life. He owned no private jet. He borrowed no private jet. And when he got into, don't interrupt me, I'm my brother. And now when he got into power, he used the people money to acquire a private jet, and that was wrong. Say anything you want to say, that was absolutely wrong. That was being very wicked to the Liberian people that brought you to power. Nobody can support that. If Joe Manawia, he knew that he had over $80 million that he said he had. $150 million contract. He would have bought his own private jet. But what did Joe Weah give you guys? A kick plane.
What money you?
Kev, let me finish. We shouldn't interrupt each other yet, Kev.
You can't fly with that.
Yeah.
What money you?
Yeah, but Kev, I don't want to be muting you now. You told everybody quiet, be quiet. You alone don't know Joe Weah.
You cannot fly with that.
Yeah, but notwithstanding, you still got to be patient. Please. There's, the reason why I brought it up when I heard it, that Bople, say anything you want to say. Musa is a businessman. He can own a skyscraper, anything is up to him. But when you get into power and you use the Liberian people money and you think that they are stupid, you went to the airport and you gave the Liberian people cake to eat instead of the plane are coming. And that plane never reached. Can somebody get that cake plane? And that's, for me, that's why I'm bringing that up. That Richardson, Musa can do anything. That's his business. He earned his money. But when you have a world soccer player that's saying that he want to come back to do it, to bring another cake plane for us to eat, are we stupid in Liberia? No, we are not. And that's the conversation there, folks. I know people are going to get angry on me, but that's fine. Just imagine, the man was Africa best. You know how much money? Poor. European best. You know how much money? War. They said the war that America, that Europe, that the whole world, the whole globe, best. Joe, they not one small helicopter he had. But when he came to power, ladies and gentlemen, what kind of wickedness is that? When he came to power, he gave us cake to eat. For me, did he eat on the cake? You are in Liberia? He gave us cake to eat.
The meaning.
And then he took the people money and they said the man was renting the plane, but he stayed on the plane. The plane, they bought it for the Liberian people and he took the plane. That's criminality. That's a problem. I mean, we're not stupid yet. The thing can hurt. So don't get look at us and think that we're coming back to get another jet bomber for us.
Dr. Boble cannot believe you. Dr. Boble cannot believe you.
But yeah, I beg you, my man. I beg you, but please, but just wait. Everybody will get it. Okay, so Kev, then if I mute you internally, you'll get rid of me. I beg you, but we don't see your thing here. You can fool somebody sometime, but you can fool all the people all the time. Paul. And this is the reason why when I heard that Musa was acquiring a private jet, I said, well, thank God he's doing it all right now. But can you imagine? The man lied and said that a friend from Africa gave him a private jet. After the election, he will give it back. 2017 election in 2018.
You heard what Dr. Boble said? Dr. Boble said the private jet will not boost Musa morale. You heard that?
I'm not talking about morale. I'm not talking about morale. That's not what I'm talking about. What I'm saying here, Paul Kennedy, you should be sincere with the people that put you there. Joe Weah never had a private jet, but he left the country with a private jet. 6 million Liberians left without a jet, but Joe Weah alone. 6 million sleeping today. They know how to lead our country, the president down. But Joe Weah alone own private jet. Can you imagine that? Then when you go outside and say the man had 80 million in the bank. You wait, let the election come. Nothing will forget. But guys, let's move on. Let's move on. I mean, that's me. Every day I will kind of fire because we remind the Liberian people. Because this is complete wickedness. This is complete wickedness. Joe Weah couldn't even afford a Mercedes Benz and now he say he own a private jet on behalf of the Liberian people. What kind of nonsense is that? What kind of nonsense is that? But I just want to say, Kev, don't interrupt, Kev. You have your time, my brother. You have your time.
I can't sit here that you get up.
Yeah, you can sit here and take the heat. You don't have to interrupt. I think Joe Weah told you that. When your time comes, you will talk. You don't have to interrupt. Joe Weah told you that. He texted you the other day. He told you. Be patient, you will talk. But I want to say thanks for joining our folks. Share the show. Yeah, Joe Weah told you better be patient on Spoon Talk. Well, share the show, folks. Thank you for joining us. We want to say to all of you that Richardson, I want to come to you on this one, right? I'm bringing Alex Wheeler in, but you follow this story on What Together, which is so good. Let me put it up, right? LCC today, they are celebrating. A press release addressing the court verdict will be issued shortly. Please stay tuned for the full details. This is wonderful. The jury delivers guilty verdict in the LRSGIS Legis trial. This is wonderful. We are talking about these individuals. I'll put a picture of Mr. Lawrence George, the other gentleman, and we know that Wilmer Smith is on the run. Let me bring in Alex Williams. Let him give us a quick update, and then we will jump into it. Alex, welcome to the show. It's good to see you, my friend. Alex, you got to unmute. You got to unmute, Alex.
Yeah, good afternoon to everyone, and good evening to everyone, and good morning to everyone, wherever you find yourself. Am I okay?
We can hear you, Alex. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you. So, wherever you find yourself, just a summary historical background of the case. In 2022, the LACC did launch an investigation into an alleged act of corruption that were ongoing at Legis. We all were involved. The investigation concluded with findings of people who were held culpable. And so, fast forward, after almost 5 years, the LACC decided to continue that case. And so the criminal could see today, after listening to argument that lasted since last year up to today, the jurors made a decision, a determination in that case that these individuals who were charged for the act of corruption, I think it was 6 or 7 different charges, after looking at all of the pieces of evidence that were deduced in court, listening to their own testimonies where they did not deny all of these allegations that were brought forth against them, the jurors unanimously to the 12-person jury, unanimously today found all of them guilty. And 4 days from now, the final ruling in terms of sentencing will be done. It's also important to state here that Wilmer Smith, being aware that the case were going to find him guilty and ongoing, he decided to flee the country. And as a result of that, there was an arrest warrant that was issued for Mr. Smith. And as I speak to you, there are conversations, I'm told, to ensure that Mr. Smith and lots of others are brought back to face the full weight of the law. There were 6 persons that were involved into the case who were found culpable after LACC provided investigated the matter. 3 out of the 6 persons decided that they would not proceed to court, but decided that they would pay out whatever money they were being charged. The first person is Francis F. Rare, who was the Director General. He decided that he would not proceed to court. He admitted being guilty, and he was charged $30,900 and some cents. He has started paying that money already. Gemumba Akuya and Dr. Hu have also completed the payment. So we were left with 3 other persons who decided that they did not do any wrong and they wanted to go to court. And those 3 persons were Lawrence George, the former Deputy Director General for Administration, Dominic P., the former Comptroller, and Wilmer Smith. And so these 3 people went to court. Wilmer Smith escaped. He's currently, I'm told, in the United States of America. And these 2 people were found guilty today.
Yeah, thank you very much. As we welcome Brother Gray, Akaris Mose Gray. We want to say thanks to all of you. We want to ask you some questions here. Let's just go strictly. You have Lawrence George, Deputy Director General for Administration, Legis. And you also, on the document here, you have, this is Dominic Pay. He was a Comptroller, Dominic Pay. So these 2 guys that are staying in the country, am I correct?
Definitely, they are staying in the country.
And both of them now, they found them guilty because Wilmer Smith is on the run. Am I correct?
Definitely, you are correct.
And the LCC position here now, when they go to court, I mean, we're waiting for sentencing. What you suspect here? Are they going to jail?
So I'm told, as per the law, that these people will have to wait for the final sentencing or ruling 4 days from now, as per the law. and that decision or determination as to whether they will proceed to court or how much they will be paid or should be paid will be made. And they also have the right to take an appeal to the Supreme Court, as I'm told, according to law. So that's the procedure.
Yeah. But what about Wilmer Smith? What about Wilmer Smith that is on the run though? Now he left intentionally, knowing very well that this thing was going to come down. Am I correct?
So this is not the first of its kind. You can recall, or apparently may not be aware, that Mr. Wilmer Smith was involved in an alleged act of corruption again during the Eden government time when he was at the National Bureau of Concession, and when prosecution was being.
I'm looking for a photo. Can we have this photo to pull up, please? If you have it.
So when he was being prosecuted, he fled the country again and went to the United States of America because he has a green card. He went to the United States of America, and he left there until when George Weah came to power, before he came back to Liberia and made his way through some other colleagues with the help of Anto Samuel Tuer and other people, and raped a lot of money from the government of Liberia coffers under the canopy that he was falsely accused. And so this is the same trend he's trying to do, but this time around, Wilmer Smith can be assured that he will be arrested and he will face the full weight of the law.
I beg you, Ellis, give us Wilmer Smith picture if you can. Just send it to me. Let me put it up. Now, Richardson, this is very interesting. The reason why we're flagging this seriously, Wilmer Smith is in all the chat room then, saying that Alex Williams, Martin Cully, and others lied on him, so therefore he took Spoon Network to court. And for almost 4 to 6 months, the government at that time, CDC government, shut down Spoon Network. You guys know the story. And it was very, very devastating to the opposition group at the time because we're firing. But it was a booger case. And today, listen to this. Dr. Richardson, let's hear you.
So I just want to say that the court system appeared to work today. It is sending a loud and clear message that if you misuse public funds that should go to healthcare, education, farm to market road, if you misuse public funds, if you are found in economic sabotage, which means that you're taking the people's money and using it in other ways, because these are the things that they're charging with, criminal conspiracy, where you are conniving with other people to fool the government or the Liberian people, okay? If you caught, you will pay the consequences or you suffer the weight of the law. So if, the court found Mr. Smith and others guilty today, and I know that he can appeal and what have you, will wait and the court process go through. But today, I think it's a win-win situation for the Liberian people. That's what I would like to add. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Richardson. Let us see my brother Paul. Talk to us, sir.
Thank you very much. Mr. William, thank you for coming. I would like to ask a question. So these perpetrators, some of them didn't go to court, but they remitted some of the money that they took away. What's going to happen to those people who never went to court, but they pay back their balances? Are there any other maybe prosecution or something else that government is considering to conduct? Because just taking money, and we see this all the time. They take money, steal from one position, they come back, and we appoint them into another position, right? And they're going to, market can't leave all him behind. If they stole in the last position, they're going to steal in the next one. So my question is, what public ridicule, what's government thinking about doing these people who pay in the corner and they just ain't on there? Who decide not to go to court?
So I wish I could actually speak to that because it would be very important to know that indeed there should be additional fines or penalties or punishment for people who will steal. Unfortunately, I'm not a lawyer. I don't know exactly what would be the next step if these people who have already admitted to the crime decided to restitute. So I cannot speak to that, but what I can say for sure is that these people, 3 out of the 6 persons chose to restitute, and 2 of the 3 who chose to restitute completed full restitution, and the Director General is still restituting.
Who are those 3?
We're coming to you, Dr. Bobla will come to you. Let's go to Fubi for Fubi. Let's hear you on this one real quick. Dr. Bobla, you next, please. Fubi, let's hear you.
Yeah, I think it's the good stuff when you have these kind of cases and you reach to the conclusion. I think it's a good thing for our justice system. And most of the time we downplay it, we say that the justice system doesn't work because you don't see these things happening. You don't see cases being concluded most of the time. So, but when you have these, it's good that we see them, and it's good that they also have that right to appeal, like Alex said. So they can take it to the Supreme Court if they feel that the judgment was not right for them. And to pose question for those that decided to accept their guilt and refund the money. I think sometimes I don't think there should be extra penalty or punishment for them. At least they accept it and they were able to own up to that responsibility and pay and say, look, we don't want to go to court. We're guilty, but yet the money. Let agree on a payment term. You can have some of those kind of deals, and it's fair to have those kind of deals to put there.
You read Fubi before that Bobla come and they went into a plea back in Port Kennedy. The director is not well. He had a mini stroke. If he went for treatment, we pray that he get better. But the government position is not to just persecute you and just leave you dry, right? But all the people that say, you know why, we'll do X, Y, and Z and fight it to the end, that's their result. And you know that happens here. But let me bring it down to Bobla. These are the 3 gentlemen right now. This is Wilmer Smith. Wilmer Smith is in the black. You get Lawrence George in the middle, and you get Dominic Pay. These are the guys today that were found guilty, because the other people have been restitution, and we don't know their plea bagging with the government. So Dr. Bobla, let's hear you, sir.
Thank you, Stanton. I want to thank Alex Williams for the report and sharing with us. We appreciate that. But I want to ask, who are the other 3?
So the other 3 was Dr. Emetre Poole. Dr. Emetre Poole was the technical advisor to the Director General. So he restituted. The next was Gemo Baokuya. Gemo Baokuya was the Deputy Census Project Coordinator. He have also completed restitution. And the 3rd person was the Director General, Francis F. Red. He's in the process of restituting. He have already paid some money, and he's still paying some.
Okay. Thank you. So it sounds like in the plea bargain, because to do that, you must have already agreed that you did something wrong, or you got the resources illegally, so you're giving it back. Okay. So I appreciate that clarity. I guess we'll look now to see what the government would do, because in most organizations, if you find yourself in that place, restitution is the justice part. Okay, the management part is if you could take X, Y, Z illegally, you could take A, B, C later, meaning you will restitute and then we'll let you go. Okay, so restitution is the right thing to do.
Thank you, Dr.
Yeah.
If I can just add, I think I'm hearing Mr. Kennedy saying, please correct me if I'm hearing you wrongly, that we should go beyond restitution in our country. There should be some stipulation that say you cannot work in government because you did XYZ and you're capable of doing it again. So we have that in the TRC where there's certain people are not allowed to be in government. We didn't take it seriously. But this time around, okay, that should be placed in part of the agreement of the restitution package. That's what I think.
Thank you very much. Let me bring in Kev. Kev, let's hear you on this.
Wait a minute, see you.
Hold on. We gotta get all of the chance. We gotta get all of the chance to talk. When we said that, Bobla?
No, I'm not finished. I wanted
Oh,
to say
I thought you were
something.
lecturing us about restitution. That book, like, go ahead.
No, I asked.
You're not a different restitution for us and a different restitution, but go ahead.
No. So what I want to say is this. I mean, clearly the LSC has been doing its job, but here's the thing. Like in the case of Wilma Smith, you know, there was a situation before, prior government, and then you come back and then they put you in another government. What I want to say is those are us who have this great responsibility to select persons who will serve the government, must do that with care and with regard to the majority of the people in this country, which are very poor. Remember, most of the nation's resources are in the public sector. And to just come and abuse the opportunity, you are actually, there's a human element to it. You are actually keeping poor people poor because you come and you misuse the resources. And we should begin to take that seriously in this country. Those who have the opportunity to select and appoint people, either like your brother, your sister, your friend, pay attention to their record. And if they haven't done right in the past, they can work all along in the private sector, but not in the public sector. Thank you, CEO.
Dala Bobla, thank you very much. Kev, let's hear you. As we welcome our brother, Councilor Gu, and I carry to the show. Kev, what's up?
Yeah. Alex, let me ask you this. Then first, hi and welcome to the Spoon Talk. Let me ask you this. What year Wilma Smith was charged? What year?
Sir?
Which year he was charged? By the LCC?
Which year Wilma Smith was charged?
Yeah, or which year he was sent to the LCC? The case had.
It was 2022 that we all went for investigation. Every one of us.
2022. So the LCC at that time under the past government took upon that case, right? So the investigation started under the past government, right?
Investigation started and ended 2022 April.
Under the past government.
Definitely.
Okay. Because the reason I ask you this, right? Because we have seen a case that was recommended to LACC, right? The superintendent Momo, you know, that was recommended, and I've seen that this government playing games with it, you know. So it's kind of and you know selective. They're bringing up this thing that was done in the past government, and they're blowing it up. But what about the ongoing case? I know that's not what you're here for, but for the listening audience, I just want to put that out. The Momo of MCC that was recommended to LACC, and we're saying that not happening. So I'm glad you said that case that under the past government, 2022, were ended. So the past government were prosecuting corruption. So I just want to bring it back because for the listening audience out there, it will look like this government, but it's not.
So Keith,
not this government.
It's okay for you not to defend it. You answer his question.
You answer my question.
No, it's not. But Keith, what I was said.
Alex, hold on.
Alex, already answered my question. Maybe the next person will come. You already answered my question. I don't need answer from you. You already answered my question. I just want to show. I just want to let the people know because it might be out there that this government is the one that, you know, doing this government LACC. I just want to put out there because there's a lot of cases going to the LACC. And we say corruption and a minister, I mean, without nothing happening. So I just want for the people to know that.
Thank you very much, Kev. T, let's get you. T Wonokai.
Yeah. Alex, thank you for all that you do. Guys like you help our democracy to get stronger. What I want to bring to everybody's attention here is that the case against what's his name, Wilma Smith. I think he's a radical who knows how to manipulate the system, and I'm glad that the councillor just got on. He tried to take advantage of the law. I think of Article 21 that talks about speedy trial. That was the law that he tried to use in court. He actually filed a paperwork and said that the government had failed to give him his right to speedy trial. Then he quoted section 18.2 of the criminal law, which says that within 2 successive terms of court, if you cannot try the accused, you let him go. And like I said, I'm glad that the counsel is here to speak further to that. But then, when the government stated a reason and tried to actually proceed with the prosecution, then boom, he disappeared. So he has always tried to find a way to survive using loopholes, within the law, and also to find, to try to see if there's a friendly government that will either pardon his crime or waive his crime or take his crime lightly. But when he realized that this administration was not here to play, and it was about to actually proceed with the process, like Alice said, he might be in the United States, he might be somewhere else. He does not want to face justice, but he wants to find a way to manipulate the justice system using existing law. And when it did not seem to work, that's when he escaped. As for those who try to restitute, I think that the law should, you can't just go and take money, then you come back and, after people have suffered because of your action, then you come back and say, oh, yeah, the money here. I think the court should be reasonable to lessen the punishment, but I think some step, just to piggyback off what Dr. Brooklyn said, some action has to be taken to try to discourage such behavior. That's what I have to say on this.
Thank you very much. Alex, now hold you 1 minute. Let me bring in Akaris Gray and Councillor Lafayette Good. I want to say after this segment, we'll be speaking to the lawyer for Brian McGill. He's coming to talk to us on the fact that his client was exonerated yesterday by the police IG. Well, Representative Gray, it's good to see you, sir.
Yes, not on how you good evening to all. Thank you very much. I listened to Dr. Boble and Dr. Richardson, the flag and the issue. When there's a criminal issue, when you are found guilty of such, there's punitive measure that you cannot serve in government position until you serve your sentence or you pay the fine. That's what the law says. It's good that we got a counselor here. So, like for example, it happened with Samukai. I mean, you can't hold government position. That's what happened to Senator Samukai when he won. But then the Supreme Court has not come up with the final judgment to uphold the judgment of the lower court. When they did that, automatically he forfeited his senatorial seat. Okay, so you can only hold government job if you pay the fine or you serve the sentence or the punitive measure. On the issue of restitution, negotiation, probably the councilor will talk about that. But I would tend to believe that once you agree to restitute and the court agree or the government agree, if you do the payment, you could in the future still hold government job. I'm not too correct on that, but the councilor could explain. But I know when you are found guilty under such a condition, okay, you have to serve your sentence or you pay the fine or both. You have to do it before you hold any job in Liberia. The next thing is that was the contradiction to the American law on Donald Trump issue. I was shocked. I thought we had the same law on the Trump issue. Yeah, because if Trump were in Liberia, technically he would not have contested under the laws of Liberia. Now, William, good afternoon, good evening, I mean. On the issue of Wilmot Smith, I spoke to Wilmot Smith directly. I've been concerned why he didn't go to court. I spoke to him today. Wilmot Smith informed me that his lawyer has filed a motion, they call it motion of severance, to separate his case from the other cases so that you cannot be, one of the reasons not to be found and by association of guilt. You want to go for your own trial instead of charging everybody the same. So predicated upon that, and his lawyer put in everything that he had not been well. He went to hospital in the United States of America. So that's why his case was separated from the case of the two guys who were found guilty today. So I just wanted to get that out of one straight, that there was what we call a motion of severance. The counselor will speak maybe better to that. So that's my concern on the women issue. Maybe you have a comment on it, but I think it would be unfair to say he has cornered the country when in fact he had medical issues and they submitted that. All of those documents, I've seen his medical report, I've seen the major operation they did on him. And not only that, but also there's a separate trial for him. His lawyer filing that for a separate trial. So maybe you have a comment on that, but that's what the court says. Yeah.
Thank you. You want to speak to that, Alex? Can you unmute yourself?
So it's okay? Is that okay? See you.
You okay? Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. So first thing with regards to the issue about which government the case was prosecuted or investigated, I would have hoped that under the CDC government. You asked a question, I will address it. Do you want to control what I said, Chief?
No, I just think that's not what I asked you.
Yeah, I know what you asked. I know what you asked. So I'm just trying to address prior to what you asked, the concern about the government. So I would have hoped.
Okay.
Yeah, I would have hoped that under the CDC-led government, since indeed the case decision was made by LCC since 2022, that under the WIA-led government, it would have gone to court. And people would have been allowed to defend themselves, because all we asked for at that time was justice. But we were not opportune to get justice under the George WIA-led government. So for me, I will not give it as a plus to the CDC for not prosecuting people who took government money. However, with regards to your concern about women's health and severance, I followed up the case. In fact, I was the lead witness, one of the lead witnesses in that case for the state, along with Mr. Livingstone, who did exceptionally well as well to ensure that a guilty verdict was given. I can say to you for a fact is that the case was called. Mr. Wilmer Smith and all other people or persons along with Lawrence George did file for severance. All of those motions for severance were denied, and they were denied on the basis that they jointly collaborated to steal government of Liberia taxpayers' money. And so after those motions were denied, the case was ruled for trial. Upon assignment after the case was ruled for trial, we all saw that Wilmer Smith left. We all also followed up, and we realized and saw that the court did issue an arrest warrant for Mr. Wilmer Smith. So if Mr. Wilmer Smith would have gotten a severance prior to the case being ruled for trial, he would not have been issued an arrest warrant. As we speak to you, there's still an arrest warrant for Mr. Wilmer Smith because he jumped on his bail. And under the law, once he comes into Liberia, at any point in time, he will be arrested, incarcerated at the Monrovia Central Prison until the case can be heard, because he can no longer be trusted on the basis of bond. So the case was ruled to trial, and Mr. Wilmer Smith decided to abscond the country so as not to delay the trial. He was subsequently granted severance because he cannot be tried in absentia owing to the fact that he escaped from the country. And so on the basis, can you give me the opportunity to explain? You raised an issue.
That's the question there. Was it granted or severance?
You raised an issue and I'm addressing it. Mr. Wilmer Smith filed for a motion for separate trial along with Lawrence George and other. Every one of them filed a motion for separate trial. All of those motions were denied.
Okay.
Before the case was ruled to trial. Okay. When the case was ruled for trial, Mr. Wilmer Smith, being aware of the weight of evidence that we had and would have produced in court, he decided to escape and said he went for health or medical reasons. In fact, he did not even inform the court. His lawyer, Arthur Johnson, was fined. His own court record and court document for not bringing his client along with others. Can you please wait? Let me explain. And so, as a result of that, a writ of arrest was issued for Mr. Wilmer Smith. After that writ of arrest was issued for Mr. Wilmer Smith, his lawyer then went to the court and said that his client told him that he was sick and had gone for 2 weeks medical leave and will return within 2 weeks. Since Mr. Wilmer Smith left for medical with me, it has been more than 2 months that Mr. Smith has not returned. And he told the court 2 weeks.
Thank you very much, Alex. Let me bring in Lafayette to Councilor Good. It's good to see you. Let's bring you on, sir. We don't have enough time to spend.
I got the Did they grant Wilmer Smith the motion of servants finally? That's the question.
I said to you that Lawrence George filed a separate motion, a motion for separate trial.
Did they grant Wilmer Smith the motion of severance, yes or no?
Oh, yes or no?
And my answer was he was denied motion for severance. But after he fled, and because the case had to continue, the lawyer then asked for severance because he was not in the.
You already answered the thing. You say he was denied. Let's move to Councilor.
No, he said after he had it, he was granted severance again. He said it.
That's not what he said. That's not what he said.
In your conclusion of what he's saying.
So listen now. Listen. Listen.
Okay.
Let's get it straight.
I'm asking you a question.
Hold on a minute. I can't ask a unique question.
Good.
Just get to the question. Don't explain too long.
Good.
Was Wilmer Smith granted
finally
any severance finally for a second?
Because Wilmer Smith fled after his motion for severance was denied along with Lawrence George and others, and his lawyer was fine, and the court had to continue with the case in his absence. He was later granted a motion for separate trial.
Okay. So he was denied first and granted later.
Because he was no longer here, and he cannot try in absentia.
Alex, he was denied first. And hold on, Gray, I beg you. He was denied first, and then he was granted later because the case had to move on, correct?
Perfect.
So is he under this final ruling?
No, he's not under the final ruling. He's right now have an arrest warrant for him.
Let's get it thing clear. That the man was in the court. So the final ruling. Yeah, but wait, Gray, not about you knowing the law. We're talking to the people outside. Let's ask Alex. Alex, this final ruling that LACC is celebrated as a good ruling on legis. Was Wilmer Smith under this final ruling? To be
Wilmer Smith legally cannot be under the ruling because he is no longer, he wasn't in the court to answer to these queries. He fled, and so he has an arrest warrant, so he's not under the ruling.
Okay, thank you very much. Let me go to the lawyer. Counselor, you hearing both sides here, agree, and the argument. Let's hear you, sir.
Okay, so let me say good evening. First thing, severance, I will speak to the legal issues. Severance can be granted for any defendant who believes that his or her defense is different from that of the others that are when they are jointly in a trial. Maybe his role that he or she play does not substantially collude with the others, so there's no element of conspiracy for him or her in that case with the other, so you can move for severance. You can also move for severance in the event that maybe you have a medical condition and the trial is called, and because of your medical condition you are unable to attend court hearing, even if you are in the country. It's something that you may not be able. Your lawyer can move for severance, or the lawyer of the other defendants can move for separate trial, so that they cannot be waiting for you while you're in hospital or you're unable to come to court. So severance is a right, that is available once the facts and the circumstances avail themselves to a criminal defendant or defendants.
Are we losing you, Counselor? Because I like to. Okay, so let me come back in studio. It looked like Counselor went off. Yeah, but that's only interesting here. All those that were accused 2022, right? They went to court that problem. Everybody now, people are paying the money back. Other people are found guilty. Though Wilmer Smith is out of the country on this severance thing that we're talking about. If you look at it logically, Wilmer Smith is in some trouble here. Am I correct? Doing that, everybody that went into this case along with him, they were found guilty or they paid back. Maybe they had a plea deal. How can Wilmer Smith escape this one now? But he asked for 2 weeks. He asked for 2 weeks, and you understand that the 2 weeks have taken almost 6 months to a year. But let's forget the length of time. He was granted it. Do you think going back to go to court, he will be exonerated based on what we just saw that his other colleagues were found guilty that were public?
Well, so I don't know the particulars of his situation, but what we do know is that all 6 of them, nobody was exonerated. 3 persons did restitution. Restitution means you are found liable or guilty of something, and that's why you're restituting. And then the other said went to court and were found guilty, and then 1 person is not here. So it looks to me like the gentleman, Wilmer Smith, knows that maybe his chances are not good. But let's give him the benefit of the doubt. Everybody is innocent until proven guilty. Let's do so. Let's assume that he's an innocent man. Then he has an opportunity to answer. He has lawyers, and he can show up and generate himself legally. But when you stay away and the proper legal representation are not made, then in the absence of that, people obviously would draw conclusions. So I think the best thing for him is to come and answer to the charges and exonerate himself. The interesting thing is, at this point, Stanton, he will have a separate trial because the other people, so now he will get what he wants, and he can use that opportunity to exonerate himself. And I think that's
thank you very much. Alex, thank you for coming on. We want to say thanks again for sharing what you shared with us today from the court. We do appreciate these things are very concerning. Again, it's a good day for the country, upholding the rule of law and, going after those that exploited the country resources. These allegations are big, some found guilty, some pay money back. Wilmer Smith is alive. On a not serving his intention. I do believe intentionally he left the country till he can go back and go to court. This won't hang over him. But you should look at the pattern here that Richard said. He escaped during Madam Sadi time. Joe Weah came there, a friend of government. He went back. He worked in that government. He created another problem. He escaped, now waiting for Joe Weah to come back again to go back. And when Joe Weah coming back, guess who coming back with him? Like Alex Williams. No, I forgot. Alex Williams a CMC member now. So CMC will be bringing him back. Don't you think it places you in a bad position?
No, I'm not CMC member. I think that Wilmer Smith tried to make reference to.
Alex, not you, that Wilmer Smith. I take that by Alex, not you. So Wilmer Smith, that CMC member now. Dr. Richardson, don't you think it put CMC in a bad place here? The Musa ability, you guys accepted him as member, but he can't go back. And the country looking for him to pay back that money and to take him to court. I'm not trying to put you on the spot, but he's a CMC member now. He was announced by Musa ability. Well, I mean, what say you? Let's give you the final word, man.
Yeah, I mean, if we must
insinuated when
Wilmer Smith being a CMC member does not prevent him from going through the process of the law. All of us here on this platform, and
great answer. Great answer.
We came from somewhere. But I just want to add that Wilmer Smith, if he broke the law in Liberia or violated the law, because you're a CMC member, does not prohibit you from facing the weight of the law, facing the court system or the justice system. I wanted to also add something that, if I may, that Representative Gray said, and perhaps you could clarify that. You said that if you pay your restitution, if I heard correctly, or your fine is paid, then you can hold government job again.
Yes, I said, yeah.
Great. Let she finish. We'll come to you. Let she finish. She heard you.
So what I'm saying that now, I think, and what some of us feel on this channel is that you shouldn't be able to hold any government job. I think someone said even hold just a private job, because we know that if you stole, I think Dr. Brother made the analogy, if you stole a XYZ, you'll be able to still see ABC again. So you shouldn't be at this point in our country. Corruption has been described as a cancer in the country. At this point where, you know, people are stealing the funds that's supposed to go to the have-not. So you shouldn't, in my opinion, and I think that law needs to be reviewed by the legislature or someone in our country who has the power to do so.
Yeah, but the lawyer will speak better to that. But that Richardson in America, Trump, on criminal offense, was he found guilty and they allow him to contest what the presidency? For in Liberia, if you are, no, I follow that part of it. I'm not a big fan of American politics, but I follow that part of it. Liberia at least has a harsher one. If you are found guilty, you will not have a government job until you pay the fine, if there's financial fine, or if you're supposed to go to jail for 5-10 years, you will serve your sentence, and after your sentence, then you can be qualified. Unlike in America, somebody will found guilty, but they still allowing to go. It does not stop you from doing that.
Yeah,
that was true.
Okay, guys, we got to move on. We got the counselor just waiting to come in. We got to move on, please.
Okay.
I beg you, Dr. Richardson, you won't finish. I got to bring in Councilor Gu.
I was just going to say, I was born in Liberia. My neighbor's friends in Liberia. I'm very concerned about Liberia. Unfortunately, or fortunately, I live in the United States. So thank you for mentioning the American law, but that is not my concern right now. I have relatives in Liberia. I was born in Liberia. I want to return to Liberia when I die. So
on our ability as a lawmaker, so maybe he can amend the law.
That would be perfect. That's a perfect thought. Yes, thank you.
They can amend the law.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much. Councilor Gu, let's hear you. I'm going to bring in the ANC chairman who represented Brian McGill, another Councilor Gu, on the show to speak about the exoneration of Brian McGill. This Councilor Gu, junior, senior, whatever. I mean, what other you getting saying like here? You're confusing us, man. My man, what talk about? Yeah, all of you confusing. Okay. But you're used to saying exactly like that. But man, you're confusing, man.
Okay. So I mean, as I was trying to explain, I know I listened to the other part of the restitution, right? So why is it that the poor candidate race? Why is it people will restitute and then you don't go follow to do things? Look, in criminal, in prosecution, you go for the low-hanging fruits, right? And sometimes you look at the role that the person played. You look at the gravity of the person's involvement. You look at, like in corruption case, you look at the amount that you will be holding the person for. So let's say you're holding somebody, you are going for maybe 500,000, and this person was part of an arrangement, but maybe it was $2,000 that they actually, you can actually attribute them to. And they come and say, well, yes, it's true. Maybe they didn't steal it. Maybe it's just out of negligence. So a lot of factors you look at inside. You don't want to waste a court time. A lot of factors you look in to go for restitution instead of pushing for prosecution. Everywhere around the world, prosecution, prosecutors do that. So that is not anything outside of the legal practice. The next thing here is the issue of whether somebody should be barred. So I heard Akawas Great talk about President Trump. Now, President Trump was convicted by a lower court. So the fact that he was convicted by lower court and he took a appeal, that served as a stay. That's the reason why you saw Mr. Samuka even contested in the local elections, because at the time they tried to stop him. The case was still at the Supreme Court on appeal. So once the Supreme Court does not finalize the issue, that person is not considered yet a convict. So the Supreme Court will have to agree to the conviction. Then the person will not hold whatever will happen. But if the person served the term, the law says, like in section 50, I think 50.12, in the criminal in the penal code, they talk about barring the person from holding public office for 5 years for felony, for treason, and what have you, especially for crime committed that are associated with his office. But then in 1984, the Constitution was rewritten. And then in 1986, we brought in this Constitution that says in Article Article 21J of the Constitution, once the person served the term, they are all their rights are automatically restored. Automatically restored. So there's no issue of 5 years, this and that is off. The 5-year provision is obsolete to the Constitution.
Thank you.
So those are the provisions in our laws that deal with some of these issues.
Thank you very much, and that's why you are better than Kanyo Bada. But thank you very much.
I see what corruption can finish like, bro.
I want to say thank you very much, Alex Williams. It's good to have you, my friend.
Somebody for life.
Thank you, Alex. Thank you very much for coming on. It's good having you, my friend. Have a good evening, sir. It's good to see you, by the way. Yes, sir. Thank you. I want to say yes. We'll move on. This is Alex. This other Wilmer Smith. This is Wilmer Smith in the hospital. He just sent me the picture. He said December that when he had surgery. So he says sick, he's not well, right? I don't know who sent me the picture, but they say that I with him. So I don't know. So he's sick. He said he's sick. He took surgery. He getting some drip, and but who know? Maybe that AI picture. Who know? Anybody can create that thing. But as you remember, right? Yeah, this guy is he's a CMC member. There you go. There you have it. He joined CMC. He says CMC is the best party. So CMC got to bring it back in the country that he can go facing the law. Citizen movement for change. Is it still not about me? I thought I grew up with Musa, then I bring Musa. That Musa friend. That Musa sent a man to America, by the way. Musa bought the man plane ticket. I heard. Fully. When he was trying to escape, that Musa bought his plane ticket. I heard, and Musa sent to America. You say this left here, everybody gets somebody. And the first time they said Musa bought his ticket again. You remember when Musa was with LFA at the time, right? This is the second time again Musa asked him. But anyway, so each his own. Then Musa will explain that one. I want to say, guys.
You know when you say something, there get people out there.
No, but seriously, it's not something that I heard about Musa. I know Musa bought the man for plane ticket.
Why you say that? No.
Huh?
Why you say Musa bought the man ticket?
But when I, you see, that's a problem Phobia had. I'm saying in my capacity as Stanton Alexander Tia Oprah Witherspoon, right? When this thing first happened, Musa bought Wilmer Smith ticket. The bad thing, that what I heard, that what I'm saying.
The man know about women went America on his own before.
But I know who you talking. But let's see who the people believe now. You told your own, I told my own.
But you said that what you heard.
No, Musa bought a man ticket. Yes, sir. We're gonna welcome Councilor Gu. Are you Lafia B Gu also? Or you Lafia? What's your middle initial? I want to,
Lafia E Orisho Gu. Lafia E Orisho.
Oh, E. Okay, thank you. So I'll say Orisho Gu.
Yes, for Emmanuel.
All right, Emmanuel Orisho Gu. Let's do that because we get your calls in here. The man says he's the best lawyer than you, when it comes to the legal issue in the country, he said he's better than you. But want to welcome the ANC chairman. Welcome to the show, sir. It's good to have you. Welcome.
Thank you very much. Always a pleasure.
Yes, sir. We saw that yesterday. Your client, the Liberia National Police, through the police Commissioner Gregory Coleman, came out with a press release, actually live, and exonerated your client after so many months that he's not guilty. He will not be charged into allegation of sexually raping a 14-year-old girl. So it's good to hear from you and bring us up to speed update. You promised to come on the show to discuss it after it was all said and done. So therefore, we're happy to have you today, sir.
Thank you. As you know, back in August, our client, Mr. Brian McGill, was accused of rape. In fact, he was accused of statutory rape. And based on that information, he was called up to the police station on many occasions. He provided his testimony. He provided alibis. They all check out. The victims provided her comments, initial statement as well. The police went through a very rigorous investigation. I don't know of any rigorous investigation in recent time concerning that matter that has been done than the one that was carried out about Honorable McGill. And the reason being there was a lot of civil society pressure, women groupings, and so forth. And so the police tried to investigate it thoroughly. But in the face of not having any link to tie the suspect to any of those things, they also resorted to go scientific, which is not a bad thing. In fact, it's very good. Even in the wake of the science, they could not link the client. The only thing the police could have done, I think they acted very professionally, was to exonerate the gentleman, because there is a perpetrator out there, and mind you, this investigation has exonerated Mr. McGill, but it's still open to find the perpetrator out there. So I heard my senior colleague saying that he wanted all of the documents turned over to him. I mean, but let's be careful here. There's still an ongoing investigation to find the perpetrator here. So I'm not sure whether that will be a good thing to turn over everything, because you don't know where some information in this investigation could be useful for the other one. So I'm not sure. I'm sure the police will analyze that request and then respond to it appropriately. But there's nothing about gloating. This was a very difficult time for Mr. McGill. As you know, this has the propensity to malign his character if he hasn't done it. So he's just grateful to be a free man. And we always held to the belief that he was innocent. The telephone data did not check out. The CCTV camera did not check out. They did the GPS thing. Did not check out. Every route that Mr. McGill said he was on with his telephone checked out. The times that he was there checked out. The alibi confirmed it. The DNA recovered from the victims' clothing, they were all analyzed and found to be strange DNA of a different male, and so the police had no choice. I think they were very professional, and we should commend them for that.
Thank you very much, Councillor. A very, very interesting case here, actually, involving a 14-year-old. Throughout the process, people, I read what Councillor Gonglo posted today. Are you objecting to what he asked him for? That these documents should be sent to the defendant? Don't you think in discovery, if Brian were to go to court, they were going to have a copy? Why are you saying he shouldn't receive those information?
Well, let me set the premise. I'm not saying he shouldn't receive it. The request is not made to us, and so we really will have no say. What we're trying to do here is maybe do what you would call a Monday evening quarterbacking. That's what we're trying to do. We're just throwing some light on this thing, on the request, and how it may or may not affect the future investigation. I think the police will analyze the request and they will make the call. I'm not opposed to it, but I'm very careful to remind the victim's lawyer that there is a perpetrator out there, so that we don't contaminate the investigation or compromise it in any way. Maybe because it's an ongoing investigation, maybe the police should continue to keep what they have. Who knows, you know? So we are just very happy that the truth has come out. Mr. McGill did not commit any rape. And I think that's what we're concerned about. The police will handle that request on their own.
Do you, as a lawyer representing Brian McGill, did they share with you those information prior to exonerating him?
Well, look, because the defendant has to be represented by a lawyer, this is an ex parte arrangement where the defendant will be represented by a lawyer at all times during the investigation. So we were privy to those information. Right now, there hasn't been any charge. So, I'm wondering whether the request will be in the interest of justice. The police will deal with that. That is not our place to say. But I'm just reminding all of us that we can't be hell-bent on a particular suspect so much so to miss the true perpetrator that might be out there hiding somewhere.
Well, so good. Let me bring the rest of the guys. It'll be important that they share their own questions here. Dr. Richardson, we have Councilor Goodman.
Yeah, Chairman, good. It's good hearing from you, good seeing you. Actually, good hearing you.
Thank you, Doc. Good seeing you too.
My question to you is.
He said he missed you. ANC missed you. You want to comment on that?
We miss you too.
She said no comment.
Yeah, no comment. My parents said no comment. My mom said no comment. This case confuses me a lot, and I'm not going to go into the detail of the case. I do recall the father was here and said that your client, again, this is all hearsay, asked for $1,000 to drop the case. That's the first question. Did your client ask for this case to be dropped against him? That's the first question that I have.
Well, I mean, why would he be asking the victim's father for money to drop the case? If anything, it should be the other way around to put.
No, I don't think that what Dr. Richardson is saying. Maybe Dr. Richardson, you are saying that the victim father was requesting $1,000, correct?
Correct. Yes.
Okay, so that's what you're saying. The little girl father was asking for $1,000.
Well, look, I'm not going to get into that. I don't know the details of that, but hear me out. If your child is raped, would you accept $1,000 to drop this matter? I mean, if someone were willing to go that length, then it speaks volume as to the truism of the allegations. But I'm not going to get into that because I believe that this young lady was victimized. I believe the perpetrator is still out there because it's backed by scientific evidence that she's been tampered with. The science also proved that our client did not, do what he was accused of. So at no time did he make a request to us. If he had done that, we will be informed, and we would have informed the police. Why would you want to get $1,000 from us when you're making such claims? So that's not true.
Yeah, good. I again, I don't profess to be a forensic expert. I do know that sometimes we can find DNA on a person, a woman, especially if she have had sex prior to the rape or after the rape. I just wanted to put that out there because it seems like something that I hear you saying that there's somebody out there who is running at large. My second question to you is, after this is my real question.
Hold on, Doc. You can't just make that kind of cloudy analysis and then you leave it. Let's try to, unravel it for a minute. If it's possible for someone to be involved in an action and the DNA is recovered, why is it not possible to get the other person who may have participated? So you can't just leave it like that. Let's unravel all the truth. The science, as we know, unless you have a better scientific method than the DNA, then you let us know. Brian, our client has been willing and subjected himself to all of the modern technology, medical scrutiny that is available to mankind at the moment. And so, let's just make that clear.
Yeah, so that is why Councillor Tewan Gongo is asking for all of the record. And that is why I would like to see all of the record so that I'll be able to distinguish and differentiate whether you only found or what DNA you found in this case. But my real question to you is, are you going to ask your client to
First of all, was not a real question. Okay, let's get to the real question.
All right, Kevin, good. Okay, all right. Are you going to ask your client to countersuit for defamation of character, malicious prosecution, compensation for ruining his reputation? Because this is a serious matter. You're telling us that this girl was defaming the character of your client, and your client lost. He has some damages. So the next.
Bear in mind here, this is a minor. Bear in mind that this is a minor, and so if we're going to be suing anybody, I mean, it will probably have to be adults. But the fact of the matter here, right now, we're just grateful for the professionalism exhibited by the investigators, the Liberia National Police, and we're thankful that they came up to the conclusion we already knew. And so all the other, discussions about those things, that will come down the road, who knows? Prayer is not all for profiteering from this. This was a challenge, a bump in the road. With the help of God, he has surmounted this. And so, I mean, you would just be thankful in the moment and not trying to gloat about anything or get revenge. So he hasn't expressed that to me. Whatever he does, we'll analyze it and advise appropriately.
Thank you, Councilor Good.
Thank you, Dr. Richardson. Paul, let's do one question each real quick because we got limited time with the councilor guys. Paul?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Councilor. Good evening. This is Paul Kennedy. We are very glad having you here. My only question was, do you think the justice system that really probed into this matter utilized all of what it had available to it, and was the trial a fair trial?
Okay, thank you. Well, it wasn't any trial. They were doing investigation. So let's get that straight. They used every and all tools available to them. In fact, they went above and beyond what is normally done for these kind of matters. The police have to represent and strike a balance of professionalism here. So one, if a person is just accused and you say grab them and lock them up, and you can't draw any link to a crime, and a lawful arrest on the police is also a criminal. So they have to strike a balance. You have to have probable cause, real strong cause to make the arrest. If somebody, you were sitting perhaps in the U.S. now, if we say you committed a crime here today, tonight, right now, and there's strong evidence to show that you were under the bailiwick and you can prove that, are you saying because somebody came and accused a person of rape, so we should grab you and lock you up? No. I think there must be some link. It's not a link that will surpass the test of reasonable doubt per se, but there has to be some reasonability to the accusations you make, and there has to draw some link and put you there as a person who may have committed the crime. In the instant case, there were allegations that Mr. McGill committed the crime on a certain day. The days were checked out, he did not even show up to work because he was ill. He had alibis, people saw him, were with him all those periods, can account for the hours of the day. His telephone records prove it. It was tracked, and where he drove to go through all the towers that connected to his telephone on his way home, they were connected, and the time he spent at one tower connected, well, they all checked out. The CCTV camera also proved him right. Then the victim, don't forget, is a minor. There was some lack of corroboration on the part of the testimony. Notwithstanding, those things sometimes happen with minors. We also told them, look, instead of just checking the days that's been alleged, you check the whole month and see. There were times where the Brian Shue was alleged to have called, or the victim called him. The telephone records show that there was no call made to the numbers. The victim did not even know the alleged perpetrator's phone number. There was no pairing. They did the GPS positioning. They ran the IME numbers to see whether the phones were either in the same place at a particular time. None of those things check out. Then they went on to do DNA because they collected the material. The DNA also came back and said Brian was not the person. So the police had no alternative. And the police did tell us, if we found an inch to link your client, he will be going to jail. Unfortunately, unfortunately for him, there was nothing, and he has always maintained. This is a family man who has been dealing with youth over the years, and by and large, he will come up and find out the motives behind all of these things. If it was not mistaken, then it was a visual ploy to bring the young man down.
Thank you very much. Phoebe, let's hear you. You have anything for Councillor Boo?
Yeah, so good evening, gentlemen. I hope you're doing well.
Yeah, Councillor, very quick though, since we're talking about Phoebe, did you receive this letter of resignation? Okay, I just wanted to put it out there.
See you. Yeah, but
opportunity is important in this business. I got one today. I got hard
So on the Brian McGill issue, I did a post today also. And look, and everybody needs to understand this and understand the law. And the police does not have any right to arrest you when they don't have reasonable evidence when allegations are levied against you. And so the whole issue, even when it's linked to billable, non-billable offenses, the police cannot just get up and arrest you because somebody say you did this crime or you committed it to them. And so that's why I supported the police investigation and I supported their conclusion. You should use all means to link the person to the crime. If the person is not linked, the person should be set free. And I support that. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. That's a valid point. Now, those who are championing this conspiracy theory, they have to tell us, convince us, what would the police benefit to exonerate Mr. McGill and charge others? What is there to benefit?
Let me take this one, Councillor. Let's go back on this thing and we'll bring in the rest of the guys. And that's the reason why we, and even Tawan Gunglo, Councillor Gunglo say, make available those information that led you to exonerate Brian McGill. Well, a lot of red flags came up. Brian McGill worked for this government. The Liberia National Police belongs to this government. Brian McGill have a relationship with Mo Ali. Not that we are saying that he's guilty, right? A 14-year-old get identified Brian McGill and all the other issue. The Liberian, don't you think the Liberian people deserve to see what led Gregory Coleman to exonerate Brian McGill? Because they are saying this is a witch hunt.
No, this is you got to you got to come with a little more than just these things that you lay out. Because Mo Ali, last time we checked, does not control this government. He's a member of the government as well. This very government has just sent somebody else to jail that's been working in the government. So why would they cherry pick who?
But why can Gregory Coleman put out this information that led to his findings of exonerated Brian McGill? To satisfy the curiosity and the concern, you saw it, Councillor, you saw it, you went over it, you read everything. The public didn't see it. Even Tawan Gunglo is asking for it. So it's very important to be fair and balanced.
The prof is a professional. He is working government. He's been a prosecutor for many years. He's been Solicitor General. I mean, some of these things are not litigated in the media, in the public sphere. So he knows exactly what to do if he's asking for documents that he believes are public record. He knows exactly what to do. So I will refrain from getting into that kind of debate. What we do know is that this matter has been investigated more so than any other matter in recent times concerning rape.
Don't you think, Councillor, don't you think that this lady is in her right frame of mind to identify the person that raped her? Why did she lie on Brian McGill if this is a lie? She's 14 years old. She got sense.
I'm not gonna use the choice of words, because our goal is to preserve the dignity of the victim, because I believe that she's a victim. But there has been times where minors will be incoherent and make mistakes with the identification and other things. But I mean, you cannot be arguing against the science compared to what somebody say. If you leave your thumbprint somewhere and the science come and prove that your thumbprint is somewhere, and it reminds me about a guy who went to the embassy with his kids and tried to get them over, and the DNA records came and said 3 of the 4 children were not his, and the woman was telling him those people lied. Well, come on, give me a break. In the wake of science, unless you can come and tell us there's something better than that, we ought to believe this.
Thank you.
What is so difficult about this?
Just release the document, because we are in a political terrain. Release the document.
Maybe that will help. Let's not get into
Let me bring in Akaris, then we'll go to Dr. Bogle. Akaris, let's hear you, then we'll go to Dr. Bogle.
Am I listening to the chairman of the ANC?
This is
Chairman Boo?
stands for justice. Yeah. Akaris, how are you, Honorable?
Yeah. I said what I'm listening to the chairman of the ANC.
The former chairman of CDC.
I'm here in my capacity as a lawyer.
As a lawyer, that's correct.
Okay, let me ask you my question. You know where I'm going. You're a very smart man. That's why I remember you becoming one of the founding chairman of CDC. So let me ask you my question. All right, you chair a political institution. You come from a professional background as a lawyer. And with these high-profile cases, that are very sentimental, especially when it comes to the issue of rape. You know how the issue of rape looks like in Liberia, the issue of murder, for example. Don't you think that could come in conflict with your political institution or undermine the perceived image or thought about your party? Don't you think people could misinterpret negatively that you are pleading cases for people who rape our children?
Well, look, in a gullible society, that perhaps could be a possibility, but the truth is, we have to live with our conscience and stand for justice. And sometimes the best route and the one that will stand for justice and the truth may not always be the popular one. But the fact of the matter here, the quest for justice is not about getting conviction of a person, but it's giving all those accused also, a fair opportunity and subject them to due process. So This has nothing to do with me. Last time I checked, I was not on the ballot. I'm a professional person, and I stand for those who are wrongly accused, not just about rape, but for anything wrongly accused. And I stand against those who will commit crimes against people. So this is, you can't just use one side. This is the beauty. I have persecuted a lot of people who are in jail that committed crimes against the citizenry. At the same time, I want to also be noted for somebody who have stood for others who have been wrongly accused. And that will be a balanced side of me that I like. And like you, Honorable, there are others who see you in District 8 as somebody who didn't do anything, and others who saw you as somebody did a lot. So that's how life is.
Chairman, let me just conclude with you. Chairman, you have clients, and you are chairman of a political party. In the case where your clients and your political party go and local head, and you have to select representing one, which one you will represent? Your client or your political institution?
The law provides for that, you know, and I'm not going to subject myself to a hypothetical here now. What we want to do is to stick with the facts, because we're getting into storytelling. Let's leave that for nighttime. What we're going to do is stick to the facts and talk about the exoneration and whether in the wake of everything that was presented before the police, whether they did an excellent professional.
Chairman,
thank you. Your last comment.
In conclusion, Chairman, you have submitted yourself to the gabble. So once you come under the gabble, Mr. Chairman, these are technical issues that the nation listens to. As chairman of ANC and as a lawyer. Mr. Chairman, this is night time. So let's end the bedtime story, Mr. Chairman. The bedtime story is that your party and your clan, who will you defend?
Like I said to you, my friend, my first duty is to my God, my country, before I will subject myself to my party.
Thank you, Chairman.
So this is something that you know.
Thank you very much, Dr. Buble.
Thank you, Chairman.
Thank you, great. Thank you. Dr. Buble.
Thank you, Stanton. Councilor good evening, my GM brother. How you doing? So hey, my man, let me tell small man. So, Councilor, I already know that you're a very bright counsel. But let me ask you though, all of the information provided over the duration of this case said that the young lady is 14 years old. And I know your representation is probably a rape, but I wonder, in the process of producing facts, did the age come up and anything consensual come up? And if so, does that put your client in a difficult place down the road? Because even with consensual agreement, her age invokes statutory rape. So I wonder if you can speak to that.
Well, first and foremost, there have been no physical contact with my client and the victim. That's never been. So even if it was consensual, because of her age, would have made it statutory rape. So there's no need for consent when you're dealing with a minor here. So that's not the issue. What the police was investigating statutory rape because of her age, and so that was taken into account. But there were no contact, none whatsoever, between our client and the victim. And mind you, minors do make mistakes. And I don't know why this is difficult for the public. In the wake of the science, it's just like when Ebola was here, our people were arguing that this thing can kill, it would not hurt anybody, and the science was telling us otherwise. We can't be, naive to that as a country. The science is real. The DNA has proven that this man had nothing to do with the victim.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Beauclerc. Okay, you got a question before we move to the last person?
Yes. Councillor, how are you?
Kev, how are you, sir?
Not bad, my brother, but I'm sitting here wondering if Mike Ellis, a lawyer for the Democratic Party in America, will be representing folks within the Republican. It will be a firestorm in the media here. Probably is it different. My question to you: did you see the CCTV and you read the DNA result that exonerated your client?
What I saw the evidence of all of those.
Yeah, come closer to
Yes.
the mic.
Yes.
I did.
You did. So then why you're keeping it away from the defendant or the public, as Gonglo said? You saw it, but you it's not compromising the case. Why is it defended?
First and foremost, I explained to you that the defendant was the one on trial. The victim was not on trial. It is the defendant that was on trial. That means the materials are already available to the state. So, and secondly, we do not have it. We only saw what they brought up. The materials that you will use to accuse somebody is always with the state. And the state is on the side of the victim, the girl. So Councillor Gonglo knows exactly what to do so that it will be shared with the state. I don't think any.
I meant to say, I'm sorry, I meant to say why they keep it from what Councillor Gonglo said. That's what I meant to say, what Councillor Gonglo said. For at least the lawyer for the victim to see it.
But they're not together in the public. You can just make a request and go there, and the police, I'm sure, will deal with it. What is the essence of a public letter? When you write people in organization, do you all the time make it public?
No, I'm talking about why the public.
Ongoing investigation.
No, I'm talking about why the public is not seeing the evidence that you saw, and why the victim and his family not seeing the evidence that you saw. Because you talk about the case to be compromised. Why?
So I'm saying to you that as the defendant, the victim were the ones who produced and adduced those evidence. The victim brought the clothes. The victim is the one who have the evidence that will bring the clothes and say, this is the dress
I'm talking about CCTV and the DNA.
Let's move on.
The CCTV and the DNA.
Councillor, thank you very much. We're going to bring in T. Wanokai, and your cousin, Councillor Good, will ask the last question. T.
Okay.
We are not hearing you.
Councillor Good, thanks for being here to take our question. You're not hearing me?
You're good now. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Okay, go ahead, T. We can hear you. Go
Okay,
ahead.
thank you, Councillor Good. I know. Very good. So we discussed this topic yesterday on the show. We talk about timeline. We talk about telephone record. We talk about geolocation. We talk about camera footage. We talk about lack of corroboration of the evidence or the statement from the victim. And tonight you spoke about those things. Like I said, I know Gregory Coleman. I believe that the police did a very good job. But one thing you spoke about tonight that really stands out for me is that you said the purpose of prosecution is not to get conviction. You said that the purpose of prosecution is to try to establish the fact to be able to get a merited outcome. And I think that in this case, this is what happened. My only question to you is that do you think my question is similar to what Honorable Gray asked, and that is it goes back to 2005 during the election when Councillor Sherman, Vani Sherman.
I mean, we have a problem with the internet.
Was against his client. Do you think I are saying that? Is it better now or no?
No, I got the drift. I got the drift of his question.
Yeah, just take it away, Pastor.
See, I see the analogy is not the same. It's not analogous. Councillor Sherman was running to be president of Liberia. I'm not running for a jinxing. I'm defending the rights of people. So it could be the right of the victim today. It could be the right of the wrongly accused. I'm standing on the right side. I'm not running for a jinxing. So how would you want to take my professional life and bring it, because I support one political party means that the party could be opposed or believe something else.
Correct.
But the fact of the matter that the science has proven that this is an innocent person, we all should be celebrating. What did we want? For an innocent person to go to jail? There is a maxim in law that says it's better for 100 guilty person to walk free than for one innocent person to pay for a crime that they did not commit.
Thank you very much, Councillor. I'm going to bring you a close in. We got to wrap this up. Thank you very much, Councillor. Lafayette, be good, the small good. Let's bring you on.
Thank you. I don't have a question. I just have a few comments. First thing,
go ahead.
It is the law, it's the Constitution that says every person who is accused of the commission of a crime has a right to be represented by a lawyer of his choice. First thing. Every government that comes to power is on an obligation to ensure that that provision of the Constitution is protected to the fullest. And that's why even in the case of indigent, people who can afford, the government decide to open what we call public defense office to have lawyers that they pay to represent people who will be charged for murder, rape, whatever, we don't have money to pay. So let's lay that other argument one side. On the politics, when the political time comes, we won't use it up to them. Or it is a right for a person accused of the commission of a crime to be represented by a lawyer of his choice. And the council here tonight has that right to represent anybody. That is the reason why he's a lawyer. The next thing here is if you have the political part, if you have an issue, like when the autopsy is conducted, people had issue with the autopsy report. They say, oh, the government people, the government pathologists, they can go and bring foreign pathologists to come and conduct autopsy. If anyone believes otherwise, with the report of the police, there is remedy. You can call for a second DNA test to be conducted, for an independent body to take care of that, and then the evidence can be brought forward. But the police would not use flashlight when the sun is hot to look for evidence. Then there's no need. And Councillor Gonglo said it before. In the injured Tokwa case, Councillor Gonglo said he told Mana Salif, in that case, Mana Salif, if you want me to use flashlight in the day, in the hot sun, to find the evidence in the case, it's not possible. So if they want to use the flashlight now, when the sun's shining hot, to find evidence when the police cannot find it scientifically, then there's no need. So let them let them use the law that is available. They know the remedy. That's what I have to say. Thank you.
Thank you. Fubi, real quick, we got to let go of the chairman. Chairman, 1 minute. Fubi want to announce that he's coming back to ANC. Fubi, real quick.
Fubi didn't leave anywhere, man. Fubi didn't leave.
So Councillor Gu, everybody go. Councillor Tewon Gongolo right now is more a politician than a lawyer. So most of the argument you see is more politically based than legally based. So just understand that as a fact. Thank you.
Chairman, ANC, Councilor Good, thank you very much for joining us tonight. We do appreciate you. Our regards to you and the bouncing baby. Is that baby girl or baby boy?
Baby girl.
And the bouncing baby. Wow. I'll leave you and Paul Kennedy alone. Thank you very much, Chief. We appreciate you.
All right. You have a good night.
You too, boss. Thank you. I want to say thanks to Councilor Good. But guys, we have to squeeze this in. It's very important that Bobler will be taking over the show while I go preach Bible study today. I'm going to go give God thanks for answering my everyday prayer. But let me say this, though. Let's talk about Molu charges briefly. It's important. I want to start with Akaris Grade. That Bobler, please, thank you for accepting to take over. But I want to do the last story, then you can run through. We have the report from, how you call them? The Nemoti or Nemot group? How we call them? Fubi, what's the name?
The Nemot.
Nemot? Okay.
Nemot.
Nemot report. Now, Paul Kennedy then prepared that report. They said 3 out of 300, it is 78.
I work for Nemo. I work for Nemo.
You think I wasn't going to announce it. But that Bopler, charges came out today during the stand protest, December 17, right? Look at these charges I put in the charge room from Mobile Molu down to his stand. The charge, and we spoke to Mobile Molu today. He been up and down. He's not too well. He promised to join us tomorrow. That Bobler, these are some serious charges against them by the Labrador National Police. These charges carried by this criminal solicitation, criminal conspiracy, right, failure to disperse, disorderly conduct, obstruction of highway, other public passages, and so many of them. Let me start with Akaris Mosegre, a high-ranking sedition, former lawmaker. Akaris, these charges in the chat room, what say you? They want to protest, the government is charging them. Let's hear you. Let's do this right quickly as Dr. Bobler take over the show. I want to hear this one before I leave. Akaris, what's your position on this thing, though?
I see that the court actually issued an arrest warrant for them. You are hereby commanded to arrest the living body of Festo B. Logan, Mobile Molu, and others.
So send us the arrest warrant quickly. Send it to us. Let's pull it up.
Oh, I thought you got it. Check your inbox. Check your inbox.
Yeah, so go ahead now. We're talking about Stan Chairman. His party headquarters was burned down. Report still pending. We don't have the report yet. The Labrador National Police going after them because, yes, indeed, it broke the law, like the Labrador National Police saying. What say you as an opposition here?
So this is just a crackdown on free expression, free assembly, just a crackdown. Look, nothing will come from what they intend to do is to intimidate them. Once they put this on them, they go to court. Every time they want to protest, they will invite them to court. They will just hold it on them. The government is good at that. Mobile Molu was arrested nothing less than 7 to 9 times under the Salib-led administration in 12 years. None of the cases were completed. Even the charge they had again, none, 0. Once they protesting, they will just go and picking up. The police will say, we'll send you to court. From there, when Tewon Gonglo go to court, they release him. They don't make follow-up. It's the same thing. So what they want to do, the intention is clear, because at the same government, 12 years in power, another 2 years, that 14 years. The same 14-year government. Nothing changed about it. So it's just a tacit way to intimidate them. And it doesn't send a good message for the democratization process of all people. Freedom to move, freedom to express themselves, to assemble, for example. All of those things are tacit and intimidation, like I said. You're arresting over 7 to 8 to 9 times under your administration. There's nothing to show that he was found guilty or they concluded our case. What does it say again about the same government? Gregory Como was there. He was then 104. He wasn't police director, but he was 104. And subsequently, he became a police director subsequently. We all know the story. So nothing has changed about their behavior in terms of dealing with the mobile model and the situation. The second point here, the second point I had to do with, because this will be my conclusion, the second one that has to do with the issue of the NIMBO.
Thank you. Thank you, Akaris.
NIMBO and the Mobile issue. On the issue of the NIMO, the second point is that we've already said it consistently. Of the three, you can see any school they completed. You can see any paved road they completed. You can see any hospital infrastructure that they completed. Any of the three, I wasn't talking about tourism. If you look at the historicity of the tourism, President Boga only reintroduced the bill, but it was something that is my vision. It's my dream that was introduced, sent to the legislature, and kept
Thank you. Thank you, Kairos. Thank you.
Land among us here.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Phoebe, let's hear you. Phoebe, let's hear you.
Yeah, I think when the guys get on the street to protest and decide to vandalize people's property, the government has to charge them. You know, your right to freedom of expression, your right to freedom of assembly does not give you the right to go and start to beat on people and bust their cars and steal. So these are things that the police need to be taken very serious. You don't just use it because the men will claim that to be opposition. So you say, okay, we'll just leave them to do anything they want to do. You have the right to protest. The police give you the permission. You be on the street. The police is there to guide you to ensure that those who don't want to protest will also have free movement. But you can't get on the street and later on you go and start breaking people's cars because you say they are government officials and you start to do those things. So the police should pursue them and they shouldn't be one of those.
Before I go, I beg you, Phoebe, do you think this going anywhere though? Seriously, let me serious.
I would want to see it go somewhere, and because it shouldn't be like I would love to see it go somewhere. It shouldn't be like the regular. Just tag them, parade them, later on, they free them to be on the street moving like Gray was saying. Anytime they want to put them, you grab them again and put them in jail, small and release them. That shouldn't be the case.
Maybe trying to put them down just to hold it on a scam. Don't protect you tough when we're going after you. But again, guys, thank you. It was a good show from my end. I have to go. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Maybe we'll discuss the NIMO group tomorrow. The report will discuss the AML issues from the 200 million are coming, all of the agreement. But Dr. Bopler, thank you very much for taking over. Till we meet again from my end. Thank you. I think great argument. We should look into it. A very important argument. What are these just political?
Yeah, they should actually prosecute them. It shouldn't be one of those politically scam stuff to just be intimidating them. Because if you just do it for intimidation, then it means you're not serious about justice, because there are others that were victimized, so they deserve justice, and the government should not just play regular politics with it. So deal with them according to the law, so that the next group of people that want to get on the street to protest will know that their right to protest is guaranteed. At the same time, they must respect other people's right not to protest and don't go and embarrass them or harm them for any reason.
Thank you, Phoebe. All right, Paul, let's hear.
Thank you, Dr. Bropler. Instead of running away, I share NIMO report with him, with the entire chat room. Then he said, I roll it. I'm working for NIMO.
You won't discuss it with run away.
Stanton has a problem. But anyways, I believe every citizen has the right to civil disobedience under our law. I mean, you can publicly, you can disagree and disobey and demonstrate as a way to call government attention, But in doing so, you also need to observe the laws, right? It's a paradox. How can you be disobeying and at the same time observing the law? Is where this comes in. Even here in the United States, they arrest. You see police line, you can't cross the police line. You cross the police line, you vandalize anything, they'll arrest you, they'll lock you up. But I don't think Liberia wants a political prisoner at this time, Phoebe. So they're going to call them, they're going to trial them, but you're going to put them out because you incarcerate them. Then they become officially political citizens. Since they were expressing political, grievances, they were expressing their view against politics, right, against government. You arrest them now, you jail them. Somebody's gonna say, "Oh, Liberia has political prisoners," and we had that experience of political prisoners doing Samuel Jackson that time. My uncle. So we don't want that anymore. I mean, so I don't think this is going anywhere. They'll arrest them, they'll arraign them, they'll take them to to Central, and they'll get all kind of statement from them. Eventually, you'll see them right back in the street, and Mobile Molu will be planning another December. I think this is not July 14th. So that's where we are going. They will always protest to gain public relevance.
Thank you, Paul. Thank you. Let's hear from Kev.
First of all, let's get it straight. There's no evidence of Molu on any crime scene. Let's get that straight. Nothing. For me, maybe you find something to put. Maybe you create some AI, put it out there. Nothing. Molu. No crime scene that you saw. Abin Wisa, none of the guys. Just what is a continuation of what they did in the 12 years, as Honorable Gray said. Just to intimidate folks and not to protest because they're against free speech. They did that for 12 years. Honorable Gray went to jail. He was tortured. That's what they did. But let me tell you something. You know who was supposed to be in jail? Darius Dillon and other, who led the riots at Cali Hospital to say they were going to free Justin Taylor. Honorable Gray, you remember? They break down that place. They damage the hospital. You remember? Maybe sometimes, I don't know if sometimes you guys, maybe you need to stop drinking too much when you come on the show so you can remember. Because we saw it, and Fubi were part of those groups that went there. These are June serving guys. They broke down the Cali Hospital. We saw it. Where you have patients, sick people, in the name of Prince Justino Taylor. Then he come on the show and act like they don't know what they're doing. But let's talk something else here. Please.
You're screw losing. I don't drink alcohol. I would never have that sin. You're screw losing.
Maybe you're taking something higher than alcohol.
Thank you, Kev.
You know that you can smoke. You know that you can drink. I don't do alcohol. I don't do drugs. You're screw losing.
Then you need to see some psychiatrist.
Thank you, Kev. Let's hear from T.
It's my time. You keep interrupting me.
Go ahead.
Kev, can you stop interrupting me? When it comes to this issue about Mobile Molu, when I think about Mobile Molu, I think about a guy who is a political agitator. He likes to poke at law enforcers. Like, touch me now, the thing that kids do sometimes. Just so that when you take action, and then he takes the picture, he puts it on the internet, and call himself political, prisoner or somebody who was being prosecuted for or politically motivated cases and things like that. That's what he likes to do. He has a history of doing things like that. But one thing I know is that some of the guys that he usually plays these things with, including our dear friend here, he's a very smart guy. He only goes take the picture. He don't usually go to the point of contact, because he don't want to tarnish his name for 2029 as it gets closer. The 3 last protests, you look there, he goes there and then he leaves before contact. But I think that Mobile Molu just like to cause noise. I agree with a few persons who said that he'll be back out because the government does not want to waste his time on somebody like that to go and jail him. At the end of the day, even if he's convicted, I hope that what he wants, they will not give it to him. He wants to sit behind the bar and if he has an opportunity to send a tweet from there and say, "Oh, I'm the Nelson Mandela of Liberia. They got me this, they got me that," and then some sedition who may not understand these things properly so that he can manipulate their intelligence. But I think nothing much will come out of that. He's just agitating, he's causing problems. I hope that the government will not grant him what he wants, which is to lock him up for a long time. That is not necessary. Let him just, go through the case, establish the merit of it, and let him go. Let him go.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, sir. Akash, you already spoke, right? You were the first. Yeah. So let the counselor close out. Counselor Gould, let's hear you, sir.
So now I don't have any comment because I'm a freelancer now. So maybe Baba Muru could reach out to me to hire me to represent him. Or maybe
so you leaving your options open, yeah?
Yeah, maybe the government could call me to come and help them in the case. So I keep all my opinion for now. Thank you.
Wow.
All right. So gentlemen, it's been a good show tonight. Let's take a minute each and close out. Nelson, thank you for holding it down. But those of us in Liberia know it's about midnight. So let's take a minute. We'll start with the counselor and we'll end with Fubi. Take a minute and just close out.
Yeah, so thank you very much for ending the show. I think it was a great show. What I want to say to my fellow panelists that most time you won't see me on the show. I will come in once in a while, especially where I know I'm convinced that there are some legal issues that will need clarity, balanced clarity. I will come in, to give some clarification. But where I am now, I want to be able to stay away from having lots of these political analysis and having political discussion and who will run the government. I'm not all for that. I'm all for now giving my expertise on the legal side straight. So if there's issues of law that you need clarification on, even if I'm not on the show, somebody could send me a text message. I can rush in right away. Or if I follow the show, if I follow the chat room and I see the discussion, there's some things that need clarity legally, I will come in. But I'll leave you guys as the politicians. You'll fight it, and we will be the legal people who will sit back, and whatever the case will be, where our services will be needed on either side, we'll decide, and then we'll move into other defend which side we'll take. So thank you very much for the show, and that's how we're going to proceed going forward. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilor Gould. All great. Let's close.
Yeah, thank you very much. When I came on the show where I met, I just wanted to hit the nail on the head. Alex, I think that's the guy that was invited. He was being disingenuous when we asked him on the issue of sevens, the motion for sevens. Look, you come on the show, you want to be factual, you want to play politics. To see somebody escape the country, they ran away, and the court in search of them, and all of those things, and you know there was a motion of sevens to grant a separate trial. In fact, the LCC issued a statement on the page of the LCC that his trial would have been a separate trial. Okay, even the court document shows that the court granted that motion because of ailment. The court was very clear to say on the basis of the document that they look at. But it was a good show at the end of the day. I think the issue of mobile was just mere intimidation. Like I said, 12 years, and now another 2 years, and 14 years, the same group of people, the same unity party. There's no different unity party. So at the end of the day, it's just tacit intimidation. Tomorrow, Grand Cape Makante is playing. I wish that we all here could go check Grand Cape Makante. I know some people from the southeastern area will be beating Grand Cape tomorrow, hopefully, and go into the final subsequently. So we hope it will be Grand Cape Man in the final and winning the final this time. So we'll go to check Grand Cape Man against Grand Cape. I know the people here, but it won't be easy. The Bassa Jamba boys are ready for battles. I can tell you that.
Man. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, great. Thank you.
It's part of politics. It's not a part of politics. Everyone together in Grand Cape Makande, that was what team for.
All right, thank you, sir. D, close out.
Yeah.
I got to go back.
Thank you, Dr. Brooklyn. I never got a chance to speak to last night due to
sorry, just know that tomorrow so
and it's about Gregory Coleman.
We're not playing Nima, we won't bother with them.
Let's hear T now. Gentlemen, let's hear T. Reach yourself. T, go ahead, close.
So last night I never got a chance to comment on the thank you. I want to say that I respect Gregory Coleman. Many years ago, Gregory Coleman was the youngest in our 9th grade class. From that moment until he became what he is now, I have known him to be a consummate professional. He is a very experienced man who cares about this country. Human beings can make mistakes. Coleman has made some mistakes through the years. But when it comes to this particular trial about or prosecution about Brian McGill, if you go through the timeline, everything that the counselor was here, he talked about tonight, I think that they did a very, very fantastic job. We cannot, on the one hand, be saying the police did well when they push the case for trial and they bring charges, and then when they say we don't have sufficient evidence, to prosecute, then we say that the police did not do a good job. And then there was one thing last night where Uncle Sam Jackson and lawmaker Gray, former lawmaker, talk about the government should have brought attempted murder, and we talk about that for a few times even after the show. I think that in that particular case, the government like to bring charges that they can defend, because if you go and expose yourself to the possibility of mistrial or hung jury, then what do you get the benefit? So I want to say the show was good. I like it. I like the new Akaros Gray that we got. He does not interrupt people a lot nowadays. I hope that Kev Hassan will learn from him. But the show was great.
I'm telling you to come be attacking me every day. Thank you.
Thank you, T.
We want children together. Thank you now.
Kev, let's hear you. Close up.
From the onset of the Brian McGill case, the police will compromise. You don't need no kind of evidence to make an arrest. You can arrest, and then you forward it to court. Right? They refuse to arrest. After 1, 2, 3 months, you come up and say, yes, the evidence. We are showing it to the public. We are showing it to the victim. My a good friend, Councillor Gu, so which I do respect. I respect him. I know he's a good guy, but you just show it to him, and how we know that in that particular evidence is not compromised. You just show him what you want to show him. But for the onset of the case, the police refuse. The matter of fact, the police say he was not guilty before the so-called evidence they're talking about. So that's the Bokar Labira there. That's the Bokar Labira, Joseph Bokar Labira. You can sodomize a kid and walk free. Matter of fact, they give you a handshake and tell you good job. But they smile. It's a good job. But you can rape a 14-year-old and walk. That's a Bokar Labira. It happened under the 12 years. There's a continuation, and now, and then the Molu case. Like I said, we all witnessed the what happened at the Cady Hospital. We all witnessed that hundreds of the opposition at that time, Unity Party folks, headed by Darius Dillon, went there. And we all saw it, that the breakdown and some of the walls and stuff, we saw everything. So Dillon should be in jail. But under the Unity Party, the Unity Party folks can say something. Dillon can say, I got guns. We will shoot the president convoy. They can take students and put it in front of the president convoy. The president, George Weah, will stop. They will do all that. They call it freedom. They call it right. Dillon will go to the SKD while the president is seated. And he attacked the president's security and say he got to go in there and while the president is seated. And we all know that when the president enter, nobody enter through that gate. It happened. But Dillon will be
Thank you, Kev.
Right.
Thank you, Kev.
But now they want to talk about law.
Thank you, Kev. We got to close. Paul, let's hear you.
Good show. Always glad to share dissenting views, agreed and disagreed. But we all do it in the interest of the country. We began with the argument that the gentleman was.
The kid, that's your little boy, right?
Oh, what's going on? Okay. Fubi, take us home. Fubi, take us home.
The best setting you want me on the show because they come out.
Fubi, take us home.
Yeah, so
America, they ain't easy.
I know. On the issue of the Brian McGill case. Yeah, on the issue of the Brian McGill case, like I said, people need to know their rights under the law. The whole mindset about police should just get out and arrest somebody because somebody accused you is wrong. Police, any unlawful arrest is also a violation of your right. It's not because somebody said you committed a crime means that you committed a crime, or the police should arrest you because somebody said you committed a crime. People also have used rape as a weapon against innocent people. A lot of innocent people are in jail because of rape allegations. A lot of innocent people today stay in jail. Some they manage to get free. Some are staying in jail because somebody lied on them and they just grab them and put them in jail. And that's unfair to them. You damage people's family reputation, you damage people's reputation. So police needs to have reasonable and probable cause before they can effect an arrest. And not because somebody say you raped him and grab you and put you in jail. That's wrong, and nobody should support that. So we all advocate against rape as being a bad thing, but people should only report genuine rape cases. Don't report fake rape cases. Don't let people use you to weaponize rape. Then you dilute the whole advocacy about rape. Because police should not arrest people because somebody accused them. That's a violation of their right. So everybody needs to know that as a citizen, that the police should not arrest you because somebody accused you. The police should find proper cause before they can arrest you and linking you to the crime. Thank you.
Thank you, Fubi. Gentlemen, I want to thank all of you on behalf of the network. Nelson, you and the crew in the studio, you do an incredible job. To all our friends who listen, who call, who text, who give us information so we can have a constructive conversation. It's all about helping the nation. I want to thank you. From Liberia to all of the Spoon folks all over the globe, good night, and we will see you by God's grace and engage tomorrow. Nelson, thank you, man. Take it over.
Thanks a lot, Dr. Butler, and thanks to everyone. Thank you, Councilor Gould. Thank you, Honorable Gray. We appreciate all of you for your respective contributions tonight. And you are muted, Honorable Gray. Oh, your mic keep getting muted.
What your prediction for tomorrow? I already enjoy you commenting. I'll tell you stand on and say you good. I didn't know that you good. You good.
Oh, you mean the county sports meet?
Yeah, you're a versatile person. I listen to you very well. I said, wow.
No, so I wasn't. I'm really not part of the team. It's Diamond and
Diamond, yeah.
Yeah. That will get my pin tomorrow. My Grand
Crew, my man.
Oh no, as a opponent Grand Crew. That blame my.
Yeah, every time you go on the other side, they play too.
Yeah. And
they came out woman, you got what tail off on you.
I got grandchildren woman. I got my wife on grandchildren.
Oh, you confess? Good night. Nothing waiting for tomorrow. Nothing.
My man, I will remember.
I'm talking for you, my man. You're loyal for Grand Crew. That's what I want. That's all.
Well, I'll be on the fence until the 11th hour.
Oh, nothing. You won't be there, man. No problem. Good night, Nelson.
I'll be on the fence until the 11th hour.
Tomorrow, I support Grand Crew and Nimba. tomorrow.
Thank you very much. Don't carry your battle to those two things, though, because it will be
because let me no, I can't. My country Monserrato out. Lofa, Lofa out. Grand Basel out. And with my cousin country, then my country Sando out. What do I get?
No, I mean Monserrato and Kitman, my counties, but besides that, the western region, the northwestern from Lofa to Papodu to Pomi, Kitman, Monserrato, I always support them. That's
then you're the court. If you're not going to file a protest, you're going to allow be or you're going to file protest. You're up on that.
No, look at our sister and our brother and sister. You got to put your mother. Go to your way to your current area and your group voting area, southeastern. Yeah.
Well, good night, Honorable Gray and Councilor Gu.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, Councilor Gu, have a good night as well. Okay, sir. Well, folks, I want to say thanks to everyone. It's been a good show. We appreciate your respective contributions here tonight. City, thanks for being here. Lincoln Morris, we appreciate you. Jerry P. Greaves, thanks for being on here tonight. Konowa Boyman, we appreciate you as well. Saturday Yalate, Mr. Yalate, thanks for being here. We appreciate you. Happy New Year to you, sir. Hebko Kazi, thanks for being on. Hebko Kazi, things are being worked on. Your late night show will definitely make a comeback. Things are being worked on. We appreciate you. Smith Dewea, thank you for being here. Roof Goba, my Roof, we appreciate you for being on as well. Joransin F. We are. Thanks for being here tonight. Telvin Payne, thanks as well. Mara Mo, we appreciate you. Emmanuel R. Moses Jr., thanks for coming on tonight. I want to appreciate everyone. It's been a good show. We look forward to being here tomorrow. Until then, folks, have a good night. I'm Nelson Colette, and bye-bye for now.
On the beat. To get your